Hello, my name is HQ of HQ Reacts. Welcome to my channel. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button, share the stream, and click the notification button for new content.
Hey. It's HQ in the house. This show is regarding the Bad Bunny. The Bad Bunny crash out that we seem to be having in this country because of the NFL, the football season, the Super Bowl. Bad Bunny is an American. He's as American as anybody else. And I don't see why there's an issue with Bad Bunny being in the Super Bowl.
I hate Bad Bunny's music, bro. He sucks.
Well, it's a time and place
Bad
type
Bunny's
thing.
music
That's
sucks.
how you're not cultured. If you're in
I
the
don't
right,
give a shit. I
Yeah.
know that's what I'm saying. I'm not hating. It's just my personal opinion. I fucking hate Bad Bunny's music.
Yeah, well,
I never want to hear it.
yeah, but I feel like you want to see like Tate McRae up there.
I'd rather see Tate McRae, yes, dancing around, singing "Run for the Hills."
American
You'd rather
shit.
see Bad Bunny dancing around there than Tate McRae?
If I was in the
Tate
audience,
McRae would be a hype Super Bowl performance right now.
yeah.
So y'all finna really sit here on this internet and lie and act like y'all excited to see a Bad Bunny performance at the Super Bowl? I don't know a Bad or a Bunny, honey. I know that football is very American, and I would like to hear some American music that I am familiar with and that I can understand at the freaking Super Bowl. This is a political move. We all know it is. It's weird. It's gonna get the people talking, you know, all of that good shit. But it's a horrible idea. I hate it. I hate it. And for those of you that are like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm tuning in, stop lying.
See, that's the thing. Bad Boy was tapped to perform the halftime show for the 2026 Super Bowl show, right? I mean, it's a bunch of reasons why, I'm assuming. It's cultural, strategic, and I think Jay-Z decided that it would be controversial enough that he would say, hey, let's put Bad Boy up there, right? And the decision was made. It was a strategic decision. So on September 28th, NFL, in partnership with Rock Nation, of course, and Apple Music, announced that Bad Bunny was going to be the headliner for the Super Bowl 2026 in Santa Clara, California, February 8th. So Bad Bunny is described. Bad Bunny described the performance as "for my people, my culture, or our history," and they said it in Spanish. I'm not really fluent in Spanish, so I didn't really get all of that, right? So the halftime show is officially named the Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show. So why they made this choice, we don't know. But I do know they made this choice because the viewership is becoming younger and younger that likes the Super Bowl. Okay? Younger audience, more diverse audience, global audience, you know, because a lot of people tuned in when Kendrick Lamar dissed Drake. It was all over the world. That minor was all over the world. Okay. So now they're aware that our audience for the Super Bowl is very diverse. Everybody likes to watch it, even people in other countries. This is probably part of the reason why he was picked. Okay. And he's one of the most streamed artists, especially in Latin America, with Spanish-speaking language content. Okay, so it crosses borders and languages and everything else, his music. He's culturally relevant, and he has a global footprint. Okay, as I stated, it has become an international thing. We're not the only ones who watch the Super Bowl. We're not the only ones who enjoy the content. It's good for the brand. It's good for the United States. It's good for the Super Bowl. It's good for the big names, big campaigns, the whole engagement. So if they see a committee who picked him reaching out to other diverse audiences, that's more money for them. They're looking at the bottom line. They're looking at the money. Okay. And there's an artistic, evolution that we have to do. Risk versus reward, right? Rock Nation, okay, Jay-Z is in charge of entertainment. Over the years, push for halftime shows that are less safe. Okay. Kendrick Lamar was safe, but he really wasn't safe with that song, right? Okay, so it was widely seen as his performance was widely seen as very politically charged and artistically ambitious, but it went over like, apple pie. So choosing Bad Bunny signals a willingness to embrace a performance that may challenge conventional American structure or American stuff like apple pie, American culture, if you will, rather than everybody assume that everybody understands English and just English. Maybe there's people who speak Spanish. It's a wide variety of people that they're trying to get in touch with. So for the Latino community, the audiences are in Puerto Rico, Latin America. This is a moment for them to be represented. Puerto Rico is a part of the United States as well. It recognizes his performance, recognizes the Spanish language, music genre, Latin culture. Okay. It's not as much as white folks and black folks want to say that Spanish is not the culture. It's an American culture. It's part of the American culture too. Puerto Rico is a part of the American structure and the fabric too. So they should be represented as well. It shouldn't always be white country singers at the Super Bowl. It should be black singers at the Super Bowl. It should be Spanish singers at the Super Bowl, so on and so forth. Okay? I mean, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. So he says, Bad Bunny says he's doing it for his people, for his history. Okay? Now, this young lady don't like Bad Bunny. Oh, well.
Stop it right now, black folks. We're not excited.
Can we talk about Bad Bunny? Why is it that he's going to be in the halftime show? I mean, think about it. This is an American sport. He's not American. He's Puerto Rican. They don't even speak English over there. They could have chosen anybody. What about Metallica? What about Taylor Swift? Whatever. That sweet young lady. Why couldn't we do Taylor Swift? Instead, we pick that guy. He's so anti-American, he didn't even want to come here on tour, which is fine by me. I don't even understand what he's saying half the time. All the time. I mean, it's our sport. It's our sport. Now I have to sit through a halftime show yet again that I don't understand and I don't want to watch. Maybe I'll boycott the NFL.
I just love how bent out of shape Republicans get every year about the Super Bowl. Doesn't matter who it is. They're just never happy, They just want some super lame performance. And they won't admit why they don't like Bad Bunny. It's not that he's from Puerto Rico, even though you hear all of them like, it would be better if we got an American to do it. It's like, Puerto Rico is America, you stupid fucks. I don't know how many times we have to tell you. Every time there's a fucking hurricane, we let you know that. But it's just like, we don't want to hear Bad Bunny. Why? Is it a race thing or what? They don't want to admit to it, but even like Charlie Kirk's wife, she's doing with Turning Point USA, they're doing their own halftime show to protest the Super Bowl. That sounds great. We'd be super stoked if you guys would just go over there for the entire Super Bowl. Don't even come back at halftime. After halftime, don't come back. We're all good. You stay over there. You go have a church session. We're going to watch the Super Bowl. Sounds good. Bye.
I'm going to tell you why Bad Bunny is performing at the halftime show. And no, even though I'm a Latina, I am not a sellout. It is not about him speaking Spanish and other people not speaking Spanish and him provoking everybody saying, oh, you have 4 months. It has nothing to do with it.
Right.
Do you know who his manager is? He's managed by Remus Entertainment. And the owner of Remus Entertainment is a gentleman by the last name of Dan. Do you know who he is? He's the ex-former deputy minister of Hugo Chavez. Yes, Hugo Chavez from Venezuela. This guy discovered and is now promoting Bad Bunny. Ask yourself why an ex-military from Venezuela is now in the music industry. Great question, isn't it? Who is the biggest enemy of capitalism? Socialism, communism, Marxism. And what is Venezuela? What was Hugo Chavez's government based on? And what is Bad Bunny doing? If you go way back, and it's talked about by a million other creators on this app. If you go way back and you look at what Bad Bunny looked like, sang about, acted like years ago, before he sold his soul, you're gonna be shocked. Now he dresses like a woman, mocks people's faith, where he used to wear a crucifix around his neck. He promotes socialism, doesn't care about what's happening on this land, in this country. No, not Puerto Rico, even though he's an American citizen, but the land of America, the contiguous United States. He doesn't care. He wants to provoke, to divide by talking about gender ideology, by mocking faith, by doing all of those things. And I don't have to tell you or show you, Google it yourself. And all of this comes through his music, whatever language he sings it in. Listen to the lyrics and prove me wrong.
What I'm mad about, Bad Bunny's doing the halftime show.
That's good.
Pissing me the No, of course. Who gives a It's very funny to me that people were upset about that.
Oh, I'm
every once in a while the right gets it so wrong with what they're outraged. Everybody's outraged about everything, obviously. But when it's like, dude, don't lose on this one.
Why are they mad about
Who gives a because he doesn't speak English. I'm trying to watch football. And my point was, last year's halftime show was barely intelligible.
I don't understand the big thing. Bad Bunny is American culture. People say, what exactly is American culture? He doesn't represent American culture. American culture isn't just white or black culture. It's a blend of many influences. It was shaped by the indigenous people who lived on this land first, European people who came here, enslaved Africans who were brought here, waves of Asian, Latin American, African, Middle Eastern people. It's made up of many influences. So when people say Bad Bunny ain't American culture, they're talking about it. They're saying he doesn't have the set of shared values and symbols that grew out of this mix of people that we built this country on. Even though even though we all agree on we have the same experiences here, mostly the same experiences here. He believes he's an American. He's just from the island. That's related to, he's a U.S. territory person. That's all. He's just expressing himself about the dissatisfaction of this administration.
Maybe that was for China. Bing, bop, boom, ping, bang.
I'm very surprised that someone really thinks that Bad Bunny is not good enough to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. Why? Because he sings in Spanish? Because he's from Puerto Rico? It's funny. By the way, Bad Bunny is not just the greatest Latin artist of modern time. He is also part of the greatest legacy of Latin America, which existed thousands years before Christopher Columbus was even born. So I fully support NFL's choice. Good job, guys. I dream to see Bad Bunny performance next Super Bowl halftime show. Do you?
Hi, this is a video for all the people who are still mad that Bad Bunny will be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show for the reason that he's not American and he doesn't speak English. I want to tell you about the first time that I did basic combat training for the Army, where I met Private Miranda and Private Lopez, who were Puerto Rican citizens who had never stepped foot inside the States until they came to do basic combat training. Also, did you know that if there was a draft for the United States military, that Puerto Rican citizens would be included in that draft because Puerto Rico is a United States territory? And to the point that he doesn't speak English,
suck my dick, motherfucker!
That's all.
Hey, good morning. Hair Todd. Guess what? We're back to Bad Bunny again. Can you believe this guy? An American that all you people are standing up for, saying he's from Puerto Rico and it's American state, blah, 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 and he's American. But he goes on Saturday Night Live and says, you have 4 months to learn Spanish because that's what you're getting at America's Super Bowl halftime show. Then he's at a Yankee game and doesn't even stand up for God Bless America. And you praise this guy and say he's an American? Come on. Thank God for Turning Point and Charlie Kirk's organization that's going to go head-to-head with Bad Bunny at the halftime Super Bowl show. Can't wait to watch it. Now that's America. Faith, family, and religion. God bless. Hair Todd. Have a great day.
That's wild to me. That is wild to me. I saw that the other day, right? I saw that, and it said Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA sets All-American halftime show in protest of Bad Bunny Super. Wait a minute. Why the fuck would you even do that? Why would that even cross your mind to do that? Why would you think that would be appropriate? Okay. Why would you think it would be appropriate? Okay. Why would it put it yourself? Why would you, as the Turning Point, put yourself in a position to compete or supersede the football as the national pastime? Is crazy. That's wild. Both culturally and socially, right? Football is the national, one of the biggest national pastime. Football is not just a goddamn sport. It's a social institution here in the United States for decades. Sunday games, Thursday games, college football game, it just ain't entertainment. It's a ritual for families, friends, communities, you name it. People plan their schedules, they work day, party, social life around football. It's the dominant in American culture, and it comes, it's wild. Regardless of what your political affiliation is, football is what they like, people like. So Turning Point, y'all foul. Straight off the bat, you foul. Attempting to claim a similar cultural space, you foul. Okay? The audience, the whole point of Turning Point USA, the reason why mostly half of the population or more than half of the population is ideologically opposed to this. This is just wild. The audience is narrower. Football reaches across the spectrum of people, colors, places. TP, Turning Point USA, appeals primarily to you conservative folks. If you want to do Turning Point USA, go do Turning Point USA. Football delivers a shared, neutral experience. Turning Point is content inherently politicized and polarizing. Nobody is going to tune into that shit unless you just religious. Nobody. If you don't watch football and you don't like religion, that's wild. Yeah, I need Jesus, all right. That's exactly what I need, right, Tommy? So trying to position a partisan show as an equivalent to unifying national ritual like a football game is frankly inappropriate because it misunderstands the social function football serves. Okay? You out of pocket with it. Off the bat, you out of pocket with it. It's like trying to replace Thanksgiving dinner with a highly controversial debate. You might have some people that'll show up, but you don't have a cultural institution. Turning Point USA, you need to stay in your lane. Okay? You need to stay in your lane instead of being out here trying to compete with football. The inappropriateness of self-aggrandizement. When Turning Point acts as if it supersedes football, it signals a kind of overconfidence in its cultural influence. A lot of y'all forget, some of us ain't never heard of Turning Point USA. Some of us don't give a damn about Turning Point USA. Some of us ain't never gonna give a damn about Turning Point USA. Okay? And the right don't have nothing to stand on, son of cool. I told you that last night. You don't have anything to stand on. You don't have anything to stand on now. Okay? Right? So it ignores reality. This Turning Point show ignores reality. Football draws tens of millions of viewers each week. Yes, I am that, son of cool. I am that. I am that. It ignores the millions of people that turn up to watch football. That's what it's ignoring. Okay. USA show Turning Point shows might reach thousands or hundreds of thousands, but it ain't gonna reach millions of people like a football game would. You just gonna look goofy if you think people gonna tune out of the football that they love just to tune in to some kind of memorialization. Okay. And Turning Point is trying to politicize a cultural sphere that has historically been non-political. Football is non-political. Why are you trying to turn it into something else? Turning Point attempting to compete with football is ambitious. Okay. It's almost presumptuous because football isn't a medium designed for ideological differences. That's the problem. And Turning Point needs to sit their ass down somewhere. Okay. Okay. No one wants to see any kind of competing with football. Okay. Football is traditionally inclusive and diverse. A show explicitly tied to a political ideology trying to replace it risks alienating large portions of that population. Okay. It distorts the idea of what counts as American culture. That's the problem I have with Turning Point. Turning Point seems to think they have the bulk of the people that believe in what they believe in, and the bulk of the people don't believe in what they believe in. Okay? It distorts the idea of what counts as American culture. Football is considered a shared experience. Okay? You need to grow up, little Southern patriot. You need to grow up. I didn't say one goddamn thing about race. When the hell did I say anything about race? Y'all really need to grow up. Really. Football is considered a shared experience. Okay? Turning Point shows targeting a particular political narrative. Nobody wants to hear that narrative on game day. Nobody wants to hear that narrative on game day. Nobody. Framing one as an equivalent to the other, or Turning Point trying to say they're equal to the football game is downright laughable. Okay? It just is. Downright laughable. But they can have their show whenever they want to have the show. It is what it is. I know you're You're pissing in the wind when you do that. Okay? They're just pissing in the wind when they do that, right? So ultimately, the move communicate. Ultimately, Turning Point USA, it communicates they want to redefine what American culture centers on. Ain't nobody, these men are not giving up their football. Just won't. It just ain't gonna happen. It's ambitious, I get it. It's tone deaf as hell. And it claims the same mass appeal. If it's claiming the same mass appeal as football, they're really delusional over there at Turning Point USA. Okay. There's a mismatch between cultural weight and their ideological reach. It ain't going to be the same thing. What they're doing is inappropriate because it overestimates their influence. Turning Point USA didn't have influence on more than half of the country. It didn't have influence on more than half of the country. So he's not going to have influence on half the country now. Okay? It's not going to have the influence like that now. It misrepresents what the national pastime represents, and it injects polarized content into something that's traditionally unifying. It's like trying to replace the Grand Canyon with your backyard, a backyard pond, or a backyard swimming pool. It's amazing to think of, but you're real disconnected if you think that. You're real disconnected if you think Turning Point USA show is going to replace the football stadium, the football halftime. That's just wild. Anybody thinking about that is just wild. That's just wild. You're just delusional.
I hate Bad Bunny, yo. Oh my god. Can't stand him. Hate his music, yo. Like, don't you hate when people say that? I don't even know what good music is nowadays.
Watching the Super Bowl halftime show because Bad Bunny hates America. He's spoken out against the current administration and their immigration policies, so he doesn't like the Trump administration. You could just say that. It's not that he hates America. He just doesn't like the Trump administration. Right. The right didn't like Biden, and they on him for 4 years, which is fine. But did y'all hate America because y'all didn't like Biden? No. And don't act like he's anti-American. He didn't stand up for the anthem. It was God Bless America, by the way. But just say it's because he doesn't like Trump. Yeah. It's easier than these mental gymnastics.
Well, I guess we're not watching the Super Bowl this year because who is Bad Bunny and why is he going to perform in Spanish, baby? Who is we? Who is... Debi tira más fotos de cuando te tuve. Debi darte más beso y abrazo las veces que pude. Ojalá que los míos nunca se muden. Y si me embaracho, pues que me ayuden. Who is we? Baby, I'll be seated, okay?
NFL legend Eric Dickerson had this to say about Bad Bunny and the NFL Super Bowl halftime, and I think he nails it. Watch.
I'm not surprised the NFL will do something like this. You know, that's how they have that political crap. They like they good guys, and they're not. But, you know, Bad Bunny, where's Bad Bunny from?
He's from Puerto Rico.
From Puerto Rico? You don't want to, if you want the U.S., keep his ass over there.
Apparently, Puerto Rico is part of the U.S.
I know, but still, if you don't want, he don't like the U.S., I mean, don't come here before.
A lot of people, parents are kind of up in arms because some of his content's kind of adult.
Yeah.
He talks about partying, women, this and that. You know, what do you make of that? Is that okay?
I mean, what y'all don't? What about you?
Yeah.
About the rappers? I mean, yeah. Hey, like I say, I mean, I heard some stuff he said about the United States. You know, I'm from the U.S. I love my country. Yeah. If you don't like the United States, get your ass out there. Don't come over.
Hell yeah. There's a major twist to the Super Bowl halftime show, and you're not going to see this one coming. As you already know, the NFL picked Bad Bunny to headline this year's show. Yeah, Bad Bunny, the guy whose lyrics half the country can't even understand. And now, Turning Point USA just fired back with a counterpunch. They're launching their own halftime show to run at the exact same time. It's called the, quote, All-American Halftime Show, end quote, celebrating faith, family, and freedom, the values the NFL's left on the sidelines. See, this isn't just about music anymore. It's about who controls the culture. The NFL's chasing global branding and corporate approval. Turning Point saying, we'll take the audience that still loves America. For years, conservatives have complained about Hollywood owning everything. Now they're actually doing something about it, because this year, halftime isn't just about football. It's about fighting for America's cultural identity. Appreciate you, Patriots.
And there you go. The cultural identity. That's their cultural identity. American cultural identity. That's what you people at Turning Point USA don't seem to get. You're not the only people on this planet or in this country that are supposed to be represented. You're not the only people that's supposed to be represented. That's what y'all don't get. I don't watch the Super Bowl halftime either because I don't like football. But when they make a decision, to put who they want to put in the Super Bowl. It is what it is, right? I don't watch that shit. Last time I watched the Super Bowl, I forgot who was in the Super Bowl. Ed McMahon was in the Super Bowl. That's his name, Ed McMahon. Okay? So I don't care about Super Bowl, but I care about the right for them to express themselves if he's an American. American culture isn't white culture. It's a blend of many influences. That's what you don't get. Okay? It's a bunch of values strung together. Okay? There it is. It's called changing channels. You're right. Change on, change on. But I guarantee you, it's not going to have the numbers as a football game because that's a staple. That's a staple of the United States our halftime. Ain't no way you're going to get somebody to even compete with them numbers. But it's okay. It's okay. People who don't watch football can tune in to Turning Point USA. And the people who don't turn into Turning Point USA, they be doing their thing like I be doing my thing. I'm not going to tune into Turning Point USA, and I ain't finna turn into no Super Bowl. I don't give a shit about neither one of them. Okay? They both probably be boring as far as I'm concerned. It just is what it is. But hey, Turning Point can have whatever they want to have, but don't think for a fraction of a second that your numbers are going to be close to the halftime shows, because it ain't going to be nowhere near that. But it'll be a good alternative for people who don't want to watch the football game. But if you're talking about people who normally watch the football game, the Super Bowl halftime football game, gonna tune into Turning Point USA, I'm sure you sadly mistaken on that. You're sadly mistaken on that. Okay, because they like the Super Bowl halftime is just as important as the game. But it is what it is. Hey, it's an alternative for people to go and watch it. I ain't gonna watch that or the football game. Don't give a fuck about neither one of them. They can both burn. I don't care, one way or the other. But I do know that American culture is designed out of many cultures, and it's not just white culture. It's not religious culture. Okay? There's many American cultures out there. Okay? There isn't just one culture. There are many. Southern, Black, Latin, Asian, Native American, you name it. It's all kinds of cultures. Okay? And here's the thing. They want to fight over who represents America the better. Who represents America? You don't get to represent America because you white. You don't get to represent America because you Black. You don't get to represent America because you're Hispanic. You represent America because you're America. Okay? Because you're an American. What language or style counts as American? Okay? How much tradition versus change should shape our identity? Some people view American culture as something traditional and English speaking, while others see it as something that changes. It changes all the time. It's multicultural. Okay? And both sides seem to think they protecting what America stands for. No, only if you're European descent. That's not American culture. American culture is not just European descent. Okay? English is not the official language. European is not the original. European people wrote primarily the Constitution, but the Constitution evolved as more people came into this country, as more people became citizens of this country. Okay? So the whole point is, it's not just European, it's not African, it's not Latin, it's a whole mixture of everything. Because everybody's freaking, so y'all got to tell me why is motherfuckers crashing out about Big Bad Bunny? If it ain't about trying to keep it a white traditional thing, why are white folks crashing out about Bad Bunny? Why would Turning Point USA, that institution, decide they gonna, we got to start our own American culture of it's not the official language, unheard. It's not the official language. Find it anywhere and it won't say that. Why do we have to start our own halftime show? Because we don't want to deal with the American halftime show. Why is it that you felt the need to start a whole nother show, Turning Point USA? Okay. Why did you feel the need? Why wouldn't Bad Bunny be inappropriate? Oh, okay, y'all. That funny dressing shit, y'all lose your fucking hats over. We don't have an official language, unheard. Nowhere in legal documents have you heard that English is the official language. Okay. So my whole thing is that it's different culture. It's just so much. Your people make it about. It's always about race. It's always about race because they so sensitive. When somebody say something about race, it's always about race with them. Okay. American culture is constantly changing. It's a constant changing mix of people, values, and creativity reflected in freedom, diversity, and reinvention. It is what it is. It's not one voice. It's a choir of voices. Sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's loud, but it's uniquely American and it's our own. Okay? People just wild. This country is founded. People say, is this country founded on white culture or, European culture? Yes, it was. The short answer is that United States was not founded solely on European or white culture, but white European culture played a dominant role in its early political and social systems. The founding documents were written by white European descended men, okay, mostly of English origin, and our Constitution, our governmental law, rights, all those things are reflected in that, of course. At the same time, okay, these systems exclude many people, women, black people, enslaved people, indigenous people, poor people who couldn't vote or hold office. Okay. So in a sense, the political founding of the country was heavily shaped by white culture. It was, but it was not the only influence of this country. Okay. We had indigenous people, native Indian people, African enslaved people, immigrants and multicultural layered people, European people, Asian people. White culture influenced power structures, law, government, property, voting, all that kind of shit. American culture as a whole is not purely white, though. Our music, our food, language, religion, sports, and holidays all draw from indigenous, African, Latino, Asian contributions. And that is what Bad Bunny brings to the table. Bad Bunny brings that to the table. Okay? He is American too. You just don't like what he says. You just don't like the way he dresses, but he's American too.
I want to know what's funny about this whole Bad Bunny situation in Turning Point USA, so-called boycotting, the Super Bowl and having their own concert. I'm watching Christians side with Turning Point, right? Here's the crazy thing. The NFL is a secular, entertainment business, whatever. Who's having a secular artist?
Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican is a U.S. territory. He's an American just like everybody else that's American. You see these folks in here talking reckless, wild, don't even know what they talking about. Just because I was born in Europe, but my parents are American, that don't mean I'm European and I'm not American. He's American too. Y'all wild.
The Christians are mad. So they side with Turning Point. Turning Point gonna have their own Super Bowl halftime show, right? And guess what?
Good luck with that, April. Good luck with that, April. Your white majority can't be the only thing people see in this country. That's the problem. That's the problem we have now. Us minorities keep hearing people like you say, we can't be interested in pandering to y'all minorities. This is not just your country. That's the point. No, we're not saying he represents the majority of Americans. We're saying he's a part of the American landscape. So therefore, he has a say in what the landscape does and represents. And right now, the Latino, the Puerto Rican community is being highlighted at the Super Bowl. You all have been highlighted at the Super Bowl for so long, you can't even see nobody else doing nothing else at the Super Bowl, but representing y'all. Okay, then his 10% is gonna speak this motherfucking January, this February. That's wild. Y'all so selfish. Y'all can't see nobody else doing it except y'all people.
They're gonna have a secular artist, secular country singers or secular whoever. Bad Bunny is a secular artist, and the people Turning Point is gonna have a secular artist. I guarantee you, they probably have one so-called Christian up there, but they're not gonna have no.
Come on, little Southern patriot. Explain how he's a bad representation for his people. Explain it. Put it in there. Put it in the chat. Tell me how he's a bad representation for his people. Please explain. Seeing as how you got so much to say about Bad Bunny and his representation of his own race, please explain why he's a bad representation of his race.
True worship, I guarantee you, they probably gonna have another secular artist. It's crazy. And these Christians don't even see that. They jump on the Turning Point side because they want to boycott Bad Bunny. Now, I don't know anything.
So, Southern Pagan Princess. So you honestly think that, you honestly think that your moral Christian values are the only values that you Hispanic people represent? That's the only values you people represent? Oh, Lord have mercy.
About Bad Bunny. I don't know his music. I'm not familiar with the guy. But like for Christians, it's, we supporting Turning Point, and watch Turning Point end up having a secular artist too. These people, man, I tell you, they don't have no clue.
This is wild. That's wild. That you can't even see beyond yourself to say maybe this might be a good thing. Maybe this might be a good thing. They can't stand Bad Boy Bunny. I sure did say, didn't I say that I would put the phone, that I would open up the freaking phone lines? Didn't I say that? Because I wanted to hear, why would you think that Bad Bunny ain't American, and people would have a choice in what they do? He's Spanish people, they love Bad Bunny. He is what he is. No, Kendrick was a good thing. Bad Bunny is trash, period. Wow. So can you think of, wait a minute, I won't even say. I won't even say, because you can't even say it. That's why, because you can't even come up with it. I ain't even gonna say it. Because I'm trying to figure out who said he was trash. Bad Bunny don't hate America. He hates the president. He hates the administration. That's totally different. That's completely and totally different. Most of us hate the current administration. Okay. Most of us hate the current administration. It has nothing to do with him liking the administration. Most of us don't like it anyway. Bad Bunny. And for Turning Point to say there's an online petition. Hold on. You mean to tell me these people put hold on. Oh Lord have mercy. Hold on. Hold on.
Call from.
Hello?
Pro. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hold on. Oh shit. I'm sorry, Ty. Call back. I hung up on you. I am so sorry that I hung up on you. Please call back. Ty Pro. I didn't mean to hang up on you. Okay. Hate legal entry. we hate everything. Yet y'all the ones who hate gays, trans, brown, black, immigrants. Y'all hate all of them. Yet we the ones who hate. Democrats the one who hate everything. That's wild. That's wild.
Call from.
Ty Pro again.
To accept, press 1. To send a.
Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me, Ty?
I can hear you. How you doing, HQ?
Fine, thank you.
Hello.
Okay, what do you have to say? The Lord have mercy.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can the audience hear him?
I'm sure they wilding out in the chat. And
Yeah.
I just wanted to offer my opinion why I think people are tripping. You know, they're not gonna say it's about race. They're gonna say it's about he's not a Christian and all this bullshit. Like, when has this mattered at a Super Bowl halftime show? When have they been worried about morals and values? People don't even know Kendrick Lamar's morals or values, but
Don't know nothing
they complained about
right?
Yeah, and they complained about Kendrick a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but you know the thing is, look at the last few halftime shows.
Right.
They've been blackety black. They was mad at Beyonce for throwing up the Black Panthers during her performance.
Right.
It's been a lot of rap performances. It's been a lot, and they felt like Kendrick Lamar last year was as black as it could get.
Right.
It can't be no blacker than that.
Right.
So it's got to be our turn. It's the whites' turn. Nah, the blacks did it. They did it. We watched it. Y'all did it. Come on, Justin Bieber. Like, they just knew it was their turn. And to have a motherfucker who don't even speak English be the next guy, they can't take that. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna admit that. They're gonna be like, oh, he's gay or he's this. They don't even know nothing about him. Bad Bunny is one of the biggest artists in the world. He's just as big as Drake.
One of the biggest artists in the world, and they crashing out because he ain't white.
Exactly. The old girl in the chat talking about, I have a Mexican friend. They don't like him. This bullshit. He had just sold out a week. I think he did a week's worth of shows in his country and sold out every single show. He just came off a tour. Like, it's a reason these people get picked for the Super Bowl, especially when they know in advance before we know that they're going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
His tour, everything he been doing last year, just like with Usher. Before Usher went on to the Super Bowl, he had a Vegas residency. He did a whole bunch of shows around the country. Bad Bunny been touring his ass off and been selling out every single fucking show.
Right.
So who don't? It's Spanish Puerto Rico or some shit. He's a gigantic person. So people just mad. They just trying to pick and choose they can blame it on, and it is what it is. I don't know nothing about Bad Bunny, but I'm gonna watch the halftime, and I'm gonna watch the show just like I watch Kendrick, just like I watch Beyonce. I'm gonna watch anybody but some cracker ass country singer up there.
Here's the thing. What do you think
But
about?
that's all I have for it.
What do you think about Turning Point, Charlie Kirk's organization trying to compete with the halftime show?
HQ, that's just like when they said Black Lives Matter, and then they had to come around with no, all lives matter. It's just some it's some passive aggressive white people shit that they like to do. It's just like having raisins and grapes in a potato salad. They always doing some dumb shit. Ain't nobody about to watch that shit, but a whole bunch of all the only people that can watch that shit is all the people that be like, I am Charlie Kirk. I am Charlie Kirk. Yeah, it's weird ass shit. Let that man die. Let Turning Point die. Like that shit is over with. Like it is. It's over with. Nobody's gonna watch it. Nobody gives a fuck. The president, the government is all using that shit because it's building momentum for their presidency and their campaign and this new white racist nationalist Christianity that they pushing, but it's over. You're gonna be pleasantly surprised how little people watch that shit, whatever that they doing. They gonna be salsa dancing in their living room to Bad Bunny.
Well, we'll just see. Like they said we'll just see what the numbers say. Football is like football is like that's people breathe. People got bets going every week on football game. This is a cultural. This is the pastime. Ain't nobody finna tune in to any kind of religious stuff when the football game is on. It just ain't gonna happen. You might tune in for 2 minutes or whatever, but then you ain't gonna live there. I guarantee you. Then this ain't gonna live there. That's all.
Because even when people don't like who's performing or don't know who's performing at the halftime, they still watch it.
Right.
They don't care. People want to watch the game. They want to watch the halftime show. They want to watch the halftime commercials.
Right.
They want to watch.
Yeah,
they want the whole experience.
The halftime commercials. Yeah.
They want the entire experience.
And it's cool. Like I said, I don't watch the halftime show, so I don't care about the halftime show. I damn sure don't watch anything to do with Charlie Kirk, so I don't give a shit about Charlie Kirk neither. So they can go fly. They can go fly on that. They can go fly on the halftime show. I don't watch neither one, but I give you the right to go and see it. The whole point is you got a right to go and see it. You got a right to turn your channel and go watch whatever you want to watch. Okay? But it has nothing to do with don't come up and say we're going to give you an alternative because you're going to get blown out of the water. Millions of people overseas watch the Super Bowl. Millions of people from different walks of life and the countries watch the Super Bowl. Ain't no way. It wouldn't even be I'm not even going to, it's just dumb. You shouldn't even put yourself out there talking about you gonna be a alternative. Nobody watches that. Nobody gonna watch that. Okay, people watch it for the commercials in the halftime. They watch it for a whole bunch of other stuff. They just do.
Yeah, ain't nobody going for that to see a bunch of what the hell they gonna be playing at the Charlie Kirk thing. They gonna be playing
and that's amazing. It's amazing
Mormon,
that they would come up with it. Yeah. It's amazing that they could come up with it. That's amazing for people who want to see it. But don't present it as though it's going to be an alternative to the football game, because it's not going to be an alternative to the football game. Because the people that are dedicated to the football game are going to be dedicated to the football game. Okay? And they ain't going to be changing back. But let me watch the religious thing. Let me watch this. Let me watch the religious thing. Let me watch it. No, that's not how that even works, right? That's not even how that works. So, I mean, I applaud them for it. Go, good riddance, too sweet, do all that good stuff. I ain't tuning into that or the football game, but it's cool. People got to do what they got to do. If you need that kind of support, go ahead on. It's an alternative it's an alternative. Okay.
Yeah, they really thought that it was gonna be Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing. They kind of upset. They thought they just knew. They kind of thought it was gonna be Taylor Swift last year,
Right?
Because she's dating Travis. So they Travis Kelsey and shit. So they was like, looking real Taylor Swiftish.
Right.
We might get Taylor, and Taylor Swift sucks ass. She's 2 packs. I don't know any
If it would have
white
been Taylor Swift, I
musicians.
wouldn't have tuned in. I wouldn't have tuned. Here's the truth. The truth is, I only saw a snippet of what is in
Kendrick
Lamar. I only saw a snippet of his Super Bowl. I didn't even tune in for the whole thing because I don't care anything about it. I don't care anything about the halftime show. I seen when he did the minor thing, and that was a big thing. And that's probably the only thing I saw. Okay, so
it was good.
But I do know that millions of people around the world turn into the Super Bowl, and they ain't finna change that Super Bowl just to see Charlie Kirk Memorial. Y'all need to let that man rest in peace. They need to let that man.
They can't because they just need. They trying to rebuild white culture, and they just can't.
You can't do it off that back.
It doesn't hit the same.
Right.
It's like they trying to make some fire ass fried chicken without any seasoning, and just like they just can't do it. They can't replicate the greatness. The greatest people in America has not been white. Like the greatest people who's advocated and created change in America has not been white, and they're trying to push this through this new warped version of Christianity.
I'm finna this little Southern patriot. You really, really, really need to go tune into that freaking video with Vivek Ramaswamy, whatever the fuck his name is. Is it Swami Rami or Ramaswamy?
Swami Rami.
You really need to tune into that and then come back here talking about race. She said Turning Point ain't about race. Wow. If you don't think there's something inherently wrong with that organization, you need to go see the video with that Vivek Ramaswamy, who's running for governor of Ohio, and what those people at Turning Point said to him. You really need to go listen to that. Every time somebody say something about race, y'all get butthurt. Stop fucking getting butthurt by racism and figure out why you get butthurt every time somebody say something about race. Y'all be killing me, boy. You be killing me. It be some clowns in here. Hello, Rainbow. Hold on.
That's what you. Let me drop out of here.
Okay.
I'm listening though.
Okay.
Thank you,
sir. Thank you. Thank you, Rainbow Kid, for the $5. Trump didn't know the NFL had a DEI program. Hell no. He was mad when he found out they weren't getting rid of it. Okay. Now they hired Bad Bunny. Oh, I'm loving it. Oh, if that's why he wanted it to happen, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We're not obsessed about race. We just understand that we're on the bottom of the totem pole. You don't see race because you have the privilege of not seeing race, April. That's your problem. Maybe you need to figure out why we see race and you don't. Jeez. Maybe you need to figure that out. You never do any kind of internal work when it comes to something. You never do any kind of internal work. It's always, y'all always bringing up race. You never do no internal work as to why race is such a factor. Never. No accountability, no thought process at all. Just be talking about, y'all bring up race. Why do you think that is? Because you don't freaking see race. And that's the problem.
Show at Levi's is still being picked apart tonight. An online petition is circulating to replace Bad Bunny with country artist George Strait. Now, the petition says the Super Bowl halftime show should honor American culture. NBC Bears.
You see the bullshit? It should honor American culture. He is an American.
Jocelyn Moran joins us now. And Jocelyn, Bad Bunny is by birth an American citizen because he's from Puerto Rico, which is a U.S. territory.
Exactly, Jess. He's American. We know this. And we talked to people today here locally. Many are happy that Bad Bunny is going to be performing at the halftime show. We also talked with professors today who say this pushback really highlights the political climate in our society.
You really need to grow up, April.
It's been more than 2 weeks since Bad Bunny was announced as the Super Bowl halftime show performer, and some are still not happy about it. An online petition is looking to replace him with 73-year-old country artist George Strait.
Well,
the petition says that in recent years, the halftime show has leaned toward modern pop and international artists, and they believe it's, quote, pivotal to remember the roots that have made American music what it is today. Dr. Nate Rodriguez is a professor at San Diego State. He plans on teaching a course on Bad Bunny's worldwide impact next spring.
Bad Bunny himself, I think, embodies what it is to be American. It embodies what it means to be diverse. It embodies what it means to have a dream and achieve it. And I think for a lot of people, that's only uncomfortable because he's brown and he speaks Spanish.
Dr. Rodriguez points out Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico, a U.S. territory. He is also one of the biggest names in music today. According to Spotify, Bad Bunny has more than 81 million monthly listeners. By comparison, country star George Strait has more than 8 million.
Bad Bunny is a global artist. When you compare him to other people that are out there right now, he is by far way up here.
The people we spoke with at Levi's Stadium this evening told me they like different music genres and they're excited.
The Rainbow Kid, it's all about the money. They don't understand that it's all about the money. They don't give a damn what these folks think. It's gonna have the haters tuning in, and it's gonna have the people who normally tune in. So it's gonna be a record number of people that show up for this Bad Bunny thing. And Turning Point USA trying to compete ain't gonna be able to compete.
To have Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl halftime show.
I like country music. I listen to it all the time, but I also like the Latin channel too, you know. It just,
we love that Latin music, you know.
I think that in this area, it's going to be real big to have him here.
But beyond the Bay Area, the pushback is there, and political experts say it's a reflection of our society now.
The way things are developing in our society, everything is contested. People are choosing to make the halftime show site the site of contention around what should be presented to America as Americana and American culture.
Right.
Okay, and we did reach out to the person who started this petition tonight. We did not get an immediate response back.
They did not get no immediate response back. It is what it is. It's an online petition. We gonna see. It's because the haters gonna show up. Everybody gonna show up just to see what's going on with this Bad Bunny. Everybody gonna show up to see what he perform. Everybody gonna show up to see whether he speaks in all Spanish. All the haters gonna show up. It just is what it is. Like what? What the hell happened? What the hell happened? Let's see about this right here. Let's see what the hell happened.
Well, I started going viral the other day.
Yeah.
Over a tweet about Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl.
You go viral about once a month for opinion nowadays on Twitter.
That's right. So what I said was,
are you rage baiting?
No, I feel like.
Because I feel like before you hit send, I feel like you're like, this is going to fuck him up.
Sometimes, but it's my honest opinion. I never put out something that I can't honestly stand behind.
Okay.
So what I said was, and we'll show the tweet, said Bad Bunny headlined the Super Bowl. Strange to me. I'm glad he's getting such a huge opportunity, but none of his songs are in English, and I don't speak Spanish. Most of the audience of the Super Bowl won't speak Spanish. Only 40% of Americans speak Spanish, so most of the television audience won't know or understand the songs either. I can see him doing a major event like World Cup, where there's a massive Spanish audience, but the Super Bowl doesn't make sense. It seems like the NFL is trying to expand its Latino audience at the expense of its existing fans. What are your thoughts?
Definitely makes sense. It's one of the top 5 biggest artists. Well, no, not your tweet.
Not my tweet? I thought you agreed with me.
Nah, hell no, I'm not agreeing with you. Bad Bunny's a GOAT, man. Bad Bunny. Hey, let me tell you this. I don't know Spanish, even though, Vlad, come on, you dated a couple Spanish chicks, so you know enough. Listen, I know a couple Bad Bunny songs that's in Spanish. I don't know every word, but I know the harmony and I know like the chorus.
What's your favorite Bad Bunny song? Not the one with Drake or an American artist. What's your favorite Spanish-only Bad Bunny song right now? Right now.
Like, I can't remember.
Exactly. You've just proven my point.
It's like
you proven my point. You do not have a favorite Bad Bunny song.
I promise I do. No, I promise
you
I do.
can't remember it.
No, because
you cannot remember
because it's a Spanish word. It's a Spanish word, but I'm
so
telling
you
you.
would remember the name.
Because I don't speak Spanish.
Ay, como va? That's a Spanish song that I know about, but I don't know the words. Yeah, it's not a favorite song. I wouldn't bump it.
Vlad, listen. This is where, like, again, granted, I get what you're saying. I should just have a song in mind. It song starts with a D. It's like
okay, the D song. Okay, this is not whatever it is. Case right now.
Yeah, but the whole point is, why are they so against Bad Bunny? Because he ain't got talent. He got talent. He has a worldwide audience. He's American. He's controversial in the way he dresses. What is the problem with him performing? And somebody said in the audience that he was a devil worshiper. There's no credible evidence that he worships the devil. None whatsoever. I mean, he uses a bunch of imagery, edgy, dresses funny, videos, performances, all to an artistic effect or shock value, but that's different from practicing the devil worship. Some of y'all be projecting like a mug. And a lot of online rumors about celebrities worshiping the devil stem from misinterpreted lyrics that people write. His fashion choices, stage theatrics, all these kind of things lend itself to being he might be a devil worshiper. But he's not. His persona is about challenging regular, everyday, normal human beings and self-expression. He's an entertainer. He's not religious. He's not a religious devout person. Okay. And the whole point is he's American. He can perform at the Super Bowl. If I put my hat in the Super Bowl and I'm American and I speak Spanish and X, Y, and Z and they pick me, then I get to perform in the Super Bowl. You don't get to get mad. He's an American singer who speaks Spanish. Okay. But you can't deny his talent. You cannot deny his reach. You cannot deny that he's an international star. Okay. That's wild.
Hear the reality of it. He's one of the biggest artists in the world. Like who else? Like literally a top 5, one of the biggest artists in the world. And he's also similarly a top 10 artist in the US. Point blank period. What are we talking about? So as much as you're saying,
because he out and out criticized Trump, because he don't like Trump, he don't like the direction he's taking the country. That's the whole point of being American. That's what happened today. Today was the no king today. He can't have no disagreement about the administration. Y'all wild.
Before this year, Bad Bunny's a bigger artist in the US than Kendrick.
Okay.
Spotify-wise. I'm going by Spotify numbers. Now, I know some people are going to jump in and be like, yo, hold on now. It's because, listen, he was doing stadium tour before these boys even start thinking about a stadium name. Like, we gotta give him respect. Last year, the Super Bowl validated why they need Bad Bunny this year. Because last year, the Super Bowl told me that the picks by Jay-Z and Roc Nation isn't trying to make it, oh, this is America's person. They brought a nigga from the hood out of Compton to perform diss songs. Like, respectfully. And that did give them their best ratings. Right now, you need Taylor Swift, Adele, who both said they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Or you got to bring that Spanish boy, man. You got to bring.
Oh, Adele. Oh, okay. So Taylor Swift turned down the Super Bowl, and so did Adele. Adele turned it down, and so did Taylor Swift. Okay.
Him.
Man, look.
Yo, he's killing that. Yo, he's the number 2 biggest artist globally.
Because there's a huge Latin population worldwide.
Okay, so what do you think the criteria should be?
The NFL is primarily an American sporting event. It's not an international event.
That's viewed all over the world.
Not like America. Yes,
how much percentage of the viewership comes from the U.S.? It's
more than 2/3. More than 2/3, and outside the U.S., I looked it up. I looked this up. I didn't just, throw this out there. Only about 10% of people outside the U.S. speak Spanish that watch the NFL. You see what I'm saying? Only 14% of Americans speak Spanish. So all I'm saying is the majority of NFL fans worldwide do not speak Spanish and will not understand the lyrics of the song. And listen, before you go
I'm
on
gonna
this
get you an ESL class because I'm gonna be honest with you.
I speak some Spanish. I mean,
listen.
I can understand part of it, but it's not the same thing.
Well, my question is, why does he have to do it in Spanish? Why can't he do some of it in Spanish and some of it in English? I don't have no problem with that. Do some of it in Spanish and some of it in English. That's all. That's all you got to do. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Language barrier is the biggest thing that's like seems to be stopping you in terms of you making this argument when that's not the reality for really how a lot of people consume music.
Okay.
Right? We've seen many different artists, like half of this, Burna Boy, one of the most popular artists in the United States, half of his music, he's speaking in a dialect or actually really a language that is native to Africa. Regular black Americans don't understand him. You know what I mean? Regular Americans don't understand him, but he's one of the biggest artists. So again, and here's the thing, when you talk about just the language, how many Hispanics or people that identify as Latinos are there in the United States? Like, I would say, by the way, they're bigger than the black population.
Well, there's 14%.
Well, it's bigger than
14%.
Kendrick up there doing all that extra two-step nonsense.
He's doing American English-speaking music. Look,
he's doing diss songs, bro.
Listen. I checked the stats on my YouTube channel.
Nothing was Kaita. That's what the song's called. My bad. I say it was a D. Because
damn, Jersey, your girl weighed almost a quarter ton. What?
They be rolling their tongue and shit pause.
Okay, I got it. Listen,
I know that song. Come on now.
I know. I interview a lot of different celebrities, not only rappers but singers, sports stars, gangsters, politicians, whatever else.
Right.
Outside of America, I think maybe 5% of my content is consumed by non-English speaking countries, right? The reality is, and listen, maybe I'm just looking at it a little different than most people. I have a DJ in my name, right? You have a DJ in your name. I'm DJ Vlad. Like, the essence of who I am relies and revolves around music. I simply cannot get into a song if I don't understand what that artist is saying in the song. The melody is cool, the vibe is cool, I get it. But if I don't really understand the music and the lyrics that go with it, to really understand the message of the music, I can't really get into it.
Vlad, let me tell you this. These artists in Latin America are...
And see, I ain't mad at him because he's speaking how people actually feel, how white Americans feel. I don't know whether he's speaking for black people or not, but he's a white guy, so I'm assuming it's a white guy who thinks this way, and he's speaking how a bunch of white people may feel. He's speaking how they feel. He can't be. They figure it's legitimate.
Killing it. Hold on. They're killing. Again, I get what you're saying. You're not into it. That's cool, but I'm telling you, like, streaming wise, they do better than all of hip hop. Just artist by artist. And they're usually the top performers. Like, when you look at the numbers they're pulling, it's disgusting. Like, I was saying this to someone. Let's just think about sometimes we're trapped in our own world. We don't realize that a lot of our world consumes stuff. And yes, Spanish might not be a language that we share, but it's centralized. Like, let me just make the point real quick. Kai Cenat, biggest streamer in the world, you would agree?
Yeah.
Okay, Kai Cenat got 1 million subs.
Right.
He's live right now. He got like 200,000 people watching him. That's some crazy numbers. They gotta, they got a little Spanish reality show that has 1 million people watching all the time.
Nice.
When I see those numbers, I'm like, what type of bot is that? No, they ain't even bot.
What's your favorite Spanish reality show?
But it doesn't matter. Not everything has to cater to me.
You just proved my point.
No, it doesn't have to cater to me.
That and
Vlad,
I'm saying Bad Bunny is not catered to English-speaking Americans like that.
Yeah, but we, I'm telling you,
Which is the NFL audience.
Vlad, we're going off what they did last year too. And I'm not taking shots at Kendrick, but it made algorithmic sense to get the biggest song that was having the biggest impact on the biggest stage. Yes, you could relate. Yes, I could relate because it is cultural. But if they're looking at raw numbers, they gotta go to the Latin world. You cannot go around it. Yes, you might not be. You think those dudes who show up to the Super Bowl with cowboy hats and boots from Nashville wanted to hear Kendrick sing Not Like Us? No. But you know what? They had to realize this shit bigger than you. Right now, this is the biggest song. And I'm telling you, for this time, every English-speaking fan, we've been talking about hip-hop dying. All these rappers are doing podcasts. Think about it. These rappers doing podcasts. They're putting down the mic. They don't even want to rap no more. Listen, put it like this. It was a whole thing. He skipped the United States just because of ICE. So ICE, and all the deportations, he's like, yo, man, I'm not even, huge impact. The dude is incredibly popular. And again, I would be like a casual person that if he came on, be like, oh, that's Bad Bunny. But when you look at how many Hispanic Americans, Mexican Americans, like just any Spanish-speaking American that probably immigrates from another country, they look at this dude like way bigger than if we look at Drake. I'm telling you. So again, it's a right move.
I agree with that part. Yes, to the Spanish audience, he's bigger than Drake. He's a superstar. I've heard some of his music. I can appreciate it from an artistic point of view as much as I can understand it. But all I'm saying is, with the NFL and the Super Bowl and the history of it and the audience and the fact that it is mostly American, it is mostly English speaking and so forth. It's not an international sport like soccer is. It is international a bit, but not like soccer.
Vlad, I'm
not
surprised by
like
you.
baseball.
Because by the numbers, the top.
Not even like basketball. Basketball is more international than football.
The only people, well, they do play international games pretty much.
This man has a worldwide audience. Even countries that speak Spanish that only speak Spanish are gonna tune in. Okay? Are gonna tune in. Y'all hit that like button, that hate button, all those kind of buttons. Okay? These two know the music industry. These two guys know the music industry.
No, I know, but these are not. This is not where most of the audience goes. When the NFL plays in Spain, I don't think they're selling out massive stadiums.
It's crazy that you're making this point because in most conversations, and I watch this show a lot, like a lot of times when I see people try to use culture as an argument, I see you use raw numbers. Raw numbers dictate that they couldn't get no one with better numbers than this guy in the United States.
Right.
For what his numbers is. We're not talking about globally. In the United States, they asked Goodell, they asked Taylor, they're not doing it. Drake ain't doing it. Kendrick can't do it again. He's the biggest, point blank, period. They got the biggest. What are we arguing about?
They got the biggest. What y'all arguing about? All the other people couldn't do it, wouldn't do it, didn't want to do it, however they want to do it. They didn't step up to the plate, couldn't do it, so they got the guy that they got, the next guy. Okay? Now they upset. Now everybody upset. Upset. Because Bad Bunny gonna do it.
NFL's clearly trying to expand into Mexico. That's why they have someone singing Spanish, and they play games pretty much every year in Mexico. And I genuinely don't know what you're complaining about, because you know where they play more games every year? Europe, dipshit. You think they don't like white people? The last 2 weeks, the Vikings have played 2 consecutive games in Ireland and London, which I think is the whitest, right? And is Ireland the whitest? So mad. Now maybe you can respect the NFL for what it is, an ever-expanding global conquest, which, to be fair, is the whitest shit you can do. Anyways, in conclusion, I hope you've learned a thing or two about how to make right-wing, anti-Bad Bunny, Super Bowl halftime show grift videos, so that you, as a fellow white, can distract yourself from the real reason you're mad he's performing, which is his music makes you want to dance and you don't know how. And we want country performers because it means line dancing, which has reggaeton.
Shut your mouth. But then again, Turning Point USA wants you to tune in. Turning Point USA wants you to tune in to this right here. Go ahead, tune in, y'all. Go ahead. Turning Point USA. Hey! Hey! Hell no. That's what they gonna tune in to see? You think they finna tune in to see that over at Turning Point? Y'all hit the like button, please and thank you. The phone lines is open. Anybody want to call, cuss HQ out, tell HQ she's lying, tell HQ she don't know what she talking about. The phone lines is open. But I had something, I forgot about something else I wanted to say. Okay. Since she was a teen. Okay. One thing I wanted to say, I forgot all about this, right? Somebody asked me earlier. I got into a discussion with somebody. Seasonless halftime. Shut up. That's what they want to put up. Anyway, I got into a conversation with somebody. Yeah, this a Turning Point, some young Republican National Federation. I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. I got into a discussion. What's the number? Numbers on the screen, honey. Numbers on the screen. I got into a discussion with somebody earlier today regarding what I thought about abortion and what I thought about legislating coming from that perspective. And I tried to figure out, and it bothered me. Yes. Why were we having a discussion about having an abortion, or the fact that I think abortion is a different way and this other person thinks abortion is a different way. Okay? No, I know what it was about. I kept saying that you Republicans don't stand on nothing. You Republicans don't stand on nothing. That's what I kept saying. And I finally realized that. I finally realized what was bothering me so much about you Republicans. It's the fact that you all want us to legislate. You want the United States to be legislated as a moral country. You want to legislate. You want laws to be put into place as a moral thing. Legislating morally means making laws based on a sense of right and wrong. Protecting a society that thinks good and discourages people who believe in the bad. But the difference is, what is moral can differ between all of us. That's my whole point, April. You all believe in legislating morally. I don't believe in legislating morally. Okay? People's morals differ from religions, cultures, and individuals. Okay? And this is my response to that. We got 30 million people in this country. You cannot legislate morally when you have this many people. There's an enormous moral diversity amongst all of us. Okay? It is the big moral diversity over here. What's moral in your community might feel oppressive or downright immoral to me in mine. Some people find abortion morally wrong, while other people see it as being morally right. Okay? No, that's not how that works, because you're the minority, April. Some see death penalty as justice, and others see it as immoral killing. Okay? What democracy, what we're supposed to be doing in this country is not legislating morally. We try to legislate fairly. Okay? No, it's not based on the majority of opinion. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. You cannot legislate morally in this country because morality involves a conscience, empathy, and internal beliefs, which cannot be forced by law. So the real answer to that is you can legislate some things morally, moral principles, fairness, protection, justice, but you can't create laws that fully match moral beliefs of 300 people, 300 million people. You cannot legislate 300 million people morally. The best you can do is create a system that allows moral disagreement while keeping the peace and protecting basic rights. That's the only thing you can do. Okay? You cannot legislate everything strictly morally. Okay? So, when the person asked me about abortion, right? When they asked me about abortion, I said, okay, in my head, I was thinking when I got off, okay, I said, how can the Republicans and the Democrats be so far apart? And it dawned on me that you all want to legislate morally instead of legislating a different way. Okay? And the majority of society doesn't work that way. You cannot successfully legislate morally a whole nation of 300 million people. Why? Because you have to protect people's rights. You cannot guide their behavior. If you legislate only morally, whose morals are we going by? Whose right or wrong sense of wrong? Whose sense of wrong are we going by? America is too diverse, religiously, secularly, liberally, conservatively. We're too liberal for that. It risks turning it into a moral authoritarianism, forced beliefs, which is what I feel like the administration is trying to do. You're trying to push your Christian nationalism on me. That's the way I feel. Okay? You can only legislate specific ways. No, not the majority. You have to really, when you're a lawmaker, you have to rule with all things. You can't just rule morally, how your morals go across. So, he said, you don't believe in abortion, or you don't believe in X, Y, and Z. I said, I am concerned about abortion, but I don't let that run what I know that this nation is built on. This nation is built on the Constitution. So you can't rule morally. You have to deal with the Constitution. There's Christians, Jewish, Hindu, everybody. Morality-based laws clash sometimes with the constitutional laws, especially freedom of religion, speech, and privacy. Okay? If a law bans certain behavior purely on a moral ground, like homosexuality, blasphemy, it can violate people's First Amendment right. Okay? Morality often governs intentions and beliefs, not actions. But only laws can regulate behavior, what people actually do. Okay? So morality belongs to your personal conscience, family, religion, or culture. Law belongs to governance, rights, and fairness. If you merge the two too tightly, you end up with what's called a moral state, or worse, a theocracy. And we don't have a theocracy. So you cannot be my president and legislate as a Catholic, making rules and regulations as a Catholic that alienates Hindu, that alienates Muslim, that alienates agnostic. You can't make rules that alienate all these other people. You cannot push your Christian nationalism. Charlie Kirk, you cannot push his stuff on me. That's the whole point, separation of church and state. Our founding fathers made that into the Constitution. That's why we don't have church and state mixing. Country that's built on different ways of ruling. We just do. Now, when we get to the moral example of abortion, the moral example, what I said to the person who came on the panel, I said abortion is down the list for me. If I had 10 things that were important to me when it came to this country, abortion wouldn't be in the top 5. That's not in my top 5. And he implied that it would be in his top 5. And that's fine, but you can't rule, okay? You can't rule as a moral art. You can't rule with morality. That's the difference between a Republican and a Democrat. We're not going to rule morally like that. We can't. It would alienate a portion of the electorate, and you can't do that as an administrator. Okay? One of the clearest examples of legislating morally. Let's, for example, take that. Abortion is fundamentally a moral issue because it raises questions about life choice and human dignity. For me, there's 2 dominant male moral frameworks, though. The pro-life moral view, they believe life begins at conception. Abortion is taking a human life, which is morally wrong, and protect all human life, no matter the circumstances. Pro-choice, which I am, is a belief that a woman has control over her own body. Thereby, if you restrict abortion, you take away my autonomy and my equality. And it's a moral principle. It protects freedom, dignity, and individual agency. Both of those sides are rooted in morality. Pro-life and pro-choice. Both are rooted in morality. They just emphasize different moral values. What happens when you legislate only morally? You make decisions, you base your president on, you base voting on a president. You voted for this president because he was against abortion, which is already a lie. So, but y'all believe it. So what happens when you legislate only morally? If our president only chooses one moral side and legislates entirely on that basis, the problems that are going to arise, that means we are not morally uniform, because we're not morally uniform in this country, he can't do that. If you legislate from the pro-life side, you ban or heavily restrict abortion in nearly all cases. It satisfies the moral principle, protect life, but it ignores the other realities. Okay. Practical problems are pregnancies are threatened, the mother's life may become legally risky, all kinds of things. Criminalization of women because they had an abortion, unsafe alternatives in the back alley, that kind of thing. Economic harm, poor people don't have access. Constitutional tension. Okay. So purely from a moral legislative standpoint, you will cause suffering for the unintended person, even if the moral goals feel noble. Because I know a lot of y'all stand on that hill. I'm better than you because I don't believe in abortion. I'm better than you, HQ, because I believe in abortion. If you legislate only from the pro-choice moral view, you allow abortion under virtually all circumstances. It satisfies the moral principle, but it also faces pushback. Those who see abortion as killing feel their conscience is being violated. Depends on the political and religious polarization. So legislating from a purely choice point of view can also fracture the country if it ignores the moral conviction of other people. A mixed approach would be abortion legal up to a certain point. States can regulate it afterward with exceptions for the mother's health. The framework is balanced. Nobody gives a damn what you think about abortion should control. The framework should balance moral concerns with practical concerns. That's what an abortion, a moral standpoint or pro-choice standpoint should come from. I don't give a damn about whether it was created to exterminate black people or not. Unheard. I don't give a damn about that. That's not an argument. That makes no sense, and it's not an argument. That's not perfect, but a balanced approach, it represents a compromise between two moral systems, protecting life and liberty. When you legislate only morally, you may uphold a moral idea, but you ignore the diversity, the complexity, and the consequences of real life. When you legislate morality plus practicality, which is what I advocate for, you create laws that most people can live under peacefully, even if they disagree morally. You protect both the conscience and the freedom. In short, a purely moral law looks righteous on paper, but a good law works for real people in a real society with this many moralities. Okay? So when the person says, what do you think about abortion? I think it should be available for whoever wants an abortion. You all want to, a lot of people want to legislate morally. I feel like it's murder. I feel like I feel like you can't be a legislator and legislate morally. Okay. I would like to hear the argument for being moral and having an abortion. I'm sorry. Have a good night tonight. It is what it is. If you don't know how to look it up, I don't know how to tell you. Okay? If you don't know how to look it up, I don't know how to tell you. Okay? But we cannot legislate morally. It just cannot happen here in this country. And my whole thing is this. You don't even have, and that was what I was trying to say. I didn't know how I wanted to say it, But that's what I was trying to say to the Republicans in the chat. You don't want to legislate. Y'all don't want to legislate on a constitutional basis or a legislative basis or a law based, a legal basis or a constitutional basis. You want to rule on a cultural basis. You don't want to rule on an economic basis or a economic standpoint. You don't want to do any of that. That's all you want to tell me is abortion it's a moral thing. Y'all, it was made for you to kill black babies. That's all y'all want to come up with. That's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say y'all, the Republicans don't have nothing to stand on. You don't have nothing to stand on. I put 10 things in the chat earlier today. I put 10 things in the chat in which I believe is the Democratic platform. And I asked you all what your 10 things were that would make a Republican be able to be followed by a regular, everyday, normal person. And none of y'all could come up with any one of them. Okay? None of you. All you wanted to do was come up with some cultural shit. Some cultural shit. Because you couldn't come up with nothing else. This is what I believe in. One. Okay. Free college. Or progressive tax. 3. Free lunch. Kids. Okay. Term limit. Okay. 5. What else? College term limits. Healthcare. Okay. 6. Okay. Term limits. Healthcare. What else? Something else. What else? I forgot. Oh, okay. Term limits. Okay. I can't think of the other ones by far. But that right there, I gave you 5. Healthcare for all. Term limits for our politicians. Free lunch for kids. Free college. Man, I forgot. Where's number 2? A flat or progressive tax. Y'all can't come up with none of this. We don't have half of that, April. If you think we have half of that, then you're dumb. You're dumber than I thought. If you honestly think we have a flat tax. If you honestly think we have health care for all. If you honestly think we have free college, then you're dumber than I thought. Y'all hit the like button. Please and thank you. Hit the like button or the hate button. Subscribe to the channel. We have all of these things. I asked the Republicans to come up with something that did not have to do with the culture wars that they wanted to do for their party. And not now one of y'all can come up with anything. You never can because you don't stand on anything. This is what I mean by not standing on anything. You don't have anything to replace it. Okay? You don't even know about free healthcare, C. Roger. So how would you know whether you liked it free or you liked it paid for? You just like giving your money away? Just dumb. Just dumb. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay? But that's what I'm saying. But it's a matter of ruling, it's a matter of legislating morally. I'm not going to I don't want my politicians legislating morally. I want them to deal with the Constitution. Whatever the Constitution, go by the Constitution. Okay? Those are some of the things that Democrats believe in. We don't go by the culture wars. We don't go by culture war. These are the things y'all believe in. Y'all hate the immigrants. You hate the gays. You hate the trans. You hate abortion. You hate the brown people. You hate immigrants. You hate all them things. That's all you got is hate. That's all y'all got is hate. Y'all don't hate nothing else. Now you come up and give me 5. I gave y'all 5. Come up with y'all 5. Bet you ain't gonna be able to come up with 5. Bet you ain't gonna do that. So we ain't gonna have no conversation about it. So don't tell me what we did. How many years did you try as black people to work for free? Wild. That's just wild. Okay. Anyway, we have NFL Doom. We're gonna listen to this. We're gonna listen to this one. We're gonna have that crash. So let's see this crash out about baby. Let's see the crash out about this one.
You're a huge sports fan. When you heard that Bad Bunny was named to be the halftime performer for the 20.
That's the problem, April. You're the minority. So what are you talking about? Just dumb. Just dumb. Look up the numbers, lady. Look up the numbers. Just dumb. You're the minority.
26 Super Bowl in San Francisco, which is actually perfect. What did you say? What was your thought?
Now, I am a big sports fan. Not a huge, I don't know, what do we call Big Bunny? What kind of music is Big Bunny?
Bad Bunny, Dave.
Bad. Well, there you go. Big Bunny. I said Big Bunny, Bad Bunny. The first thing that I heard about Bad Bunny, Big Bunny, whatever. And at first I thought it was Psycho Bunny, which is just like a clothing store in a mall. So I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I honestly thought that. I was like, oh, Psycho Bunny, it must be the clothing store of the guy who's a rapper. I don't know. Like, this is not my thing. Subsequently, though, I've learned a bit about this big bad Psycho Bunny, and it doesn't seem like the type of thing maybe that should be at the halftime show. We should be trying to find. You and I, like we talked about, like, I'm not a prude. Like, you can push the limits in some degree. There can be a wardrobe malfunction. That's
not how that works, April. That's not. Well, it don't matter. It works that way. It just won't be the way you like it right now. Next election cycle, you just won't be the way you like it.
Can do some kind of edgier stuff. You know, there was a time when they'd have Michael Jackson, and that was too edgy for people. So you're always going to upset somebody.
Yes.
But I did watch some of the rather demonic videos, and they're pretty freaking, like, I wouldn't want my kids at that concert.
No.
So why are we doing this for the Super Bowl?
Do you know that my 23-year-old daughter, Quinn, who, again, they all love them, some Dave Rubin.
Yeah.
She's like, Mom, I actually stopped listening to Bad Bunny's music because of the lyrics and because of the demonic performances that he puts on. He doesn't even try to hide it. So I thought that was fascinating. And she's like, Mom, where have you been? Like, I stopped doing this a long time ago. And then she went through her list of many other people in Hollywood who are doing the same things in their performances, including, in her opinion, and many others, Taylor Swift, and some of the things that are very suggestive on those stages. But let's remember the demographic of the Super Bowl, which is what? Probably, I mean, it's a wide age gap, like 8 to 54 men, whatever. But this is an American sport. This is not football, soccer.
Right.
So we have a man who is Hispanic. He's Puerto Rican. He is anti-ICE. He's anti-Trump. He says, I will never perform again in North America because of their immigration policies. He dresses in drag as a woman, like, there is nothing that anyone in that demographic can identify with their choice.
Let me ask you this. But first off, I assume we're going to both agree that he probably is not the best choice for this for all the reasons you just laid out. Who do you think, like, who would be like the types of bands that they could have at this point? Because everyone's always going to complain about something. He does seem to be a particularly unique version of like this twisted whatever.
Unnecessarily.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing I want to ask you about. But first, let's try to come up with like 4 or 5 musicians that actually most people would agree on. Like, who's left in Americana anymore?
Well,
like,
I think
Fleetwood Mac, that would be pretty cool, but I don't know.
people for our age, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I look at Morgan Wallen and Jelly Roll,
Morgan Wallen.
people like that. And listen, who was it? Even at the LA Super Bowl a couple of years ago, remember it was that big compilation of all the 90s hip hop artists, and it was
yeah.
whoever, like that was it Dr. Dre? Yeah, I mean that was so much fun. Are there some inappropriate things in there? Yeah. Was it inappropriate when Beyonce gets up there and does her things at times?
Well, that's the point.
Yes. And so to me, I love the Morgan Wallen Jelly Roll type stuff because they also have really true grit stories, especially Jelly Roll and Americana and overcoming things and representing and loving our country. For our biggest sporting event annually, right? Is the Super Bowl. So to me, there's a million other options, and the fact that they intentionally chose this person is concerning. Is it the end of the world? No. Are people still going to watch to an extent? Yes, but there really are a ton of people who are saying maybe let's boycott. Rock Nation, they're the ones that make this selection every year, and I guess it's the NFL's deal with Rock Nation, who is led by Jay-Z. I mean, there's a lot of dot connecting to do where this shouldn't be that shocking to so many of us. And many people take it even deeper, like, well, this is, politically motivated. And so when everybody was so up in arms about what happened with Charlie Kirk and America, and the Christianity and that draw that so many people are feeling right now towards God and that revival, that this is like, okay.
What a horribly cynical. What a terrible way of looking at it. Well,
damn, she stopped right in the middle. She looked wild.
You already answered my first question, which is who is the they in that? Like who actually makes these decisions? Because I wasn't sure if it was the NFL.
Right. Jay-Z is the one. Rock Nation is the one who made the decision to get Bad Bunny. Rock Nation is the one who did that.
Or it was, I guess, is it ABC, ESPN that's...
Did y'all hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button, please and thank you? How come Democrats refuse to allow freedom of speech in the chat? Have you been blocked, Pinky? Have you been blocked? Put one in timeout. They are already at 49% in Texas. They wild. Mathematics, please. You wild. Drake is the one who made Jay-Z is the one who made the decision to have what's the name come to the Super Bowl, be in the Super Bowl. Had nothing to do with anything else. Drake is the one who made the decision. So it is what it is, and it's gonna stay the way it is. Okay, people just gonna be mad. You just gonna be mad. Damn, what the hell is it? Okay. But they just gonna be mad because it is what it is. Let's stop that. So we got Bad Bunny hitting the stage on February 8th, right? And what the hell? We got Bad Bunny hitting the stage February 8th, and it is what it is. People upset, people mad. We can't help it. This person is mad. We can't help it. But here we go.
But like, not everything has to be whitewashed to be enjoyed and celebrated. You're calling yourself out. You're so bland. You have no type of vibe. You're unseasoned. Like, get out of your bubble. His music is universally so well liked. Like, it's so good. And if you don't like his music at all, I literally don't trust you.
All right, so I hate to burst your bubble, honey, but I don't need you to trust me. Like, I really don't need your opinion on any of it. And to say that it's whitewashed, I dare any one of you to go and do a little Google search of the last, 15 Super Bowl halftime performances and tell me how many white people there were. Again, Roger Goodell is playing to the marginalized, sidelined, statistically non-existent group of people out there in order to virtue signal. I mean, nothing says we're going to go and celebrate America's pastime with you know, somebody that looks like they got mugged at a Build-A-Bear convention. So, hey, you know what? If you like him and his music is universally loved, I'll just tell you, this white guy, I don't know a single song he's ever played. But I do know guys like Jelly Roll and Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. They're actually major stars that a lot of people would love. But no, let's shun them and make sure people like you stay happy.
Okay, if you're upset that Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, not everything has to be whitewashed to be enjoyed and celebrated. You're calling yourself out. You're so bland. You have no type of vibe.
NFL. These are the same people that have to have end racism and all this stuff. This is, to me, what of all the people that you could pick, why Bad Bunny? I think this is also an FU to Donald Trump. An FU to Donald Trump.
Rob, play this clip. Play this clip.
Okay.
Play this clip.
That's what it is.
A reaction from Chicago One Ray. No, it's not Christina. It's actually somebody you would like to look at, where she's talking about why she is not happy about Bad Bunny.
Let's hear it.
Performing at the Super Bowl. Rob, if you got the clip, please go ahead and play it, and let's see what you have to say. Go ahead, Rob.
So the NFL picked Bad Bunny for the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. But let me be so real. I had never even heard of him. I thought Bad Bunny...
So she's automatically...
Stop.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
Maybe some type of influencer. But it turns out he is actually a Trump-hating, anti-ICE activist who doesn't even sing in English. But look at him. We know why they picked him, right? Here's a fact. He refused to tour America because he said ICE might be outside of one of his concerts. And that's who the NFL thinks should represent America's biggest stage. Hey, NFL, do you even know your audience? Your fans love God, country, and football, not open borders and woke politics.
NFL. And then Speaker Johnson coming out now. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Since when you care about Super Bowl Sunday? Why? Because he sings in Spanish? We got a whole bunch of people in here. Hell, I know a lot of people in Miami. I got a home down there in the area. English is second language. And I don't mind. Don't bother me. I love my Hispanic brothers and sisters. Love them to death. I'm mad I don't speak better Spanish. You sitting there walking around acting like it's a damn shame. No. They're great for this country. If all of us could come together and understand the importance of compromise, it's great for this country. Make me sick. Bad Bunny is a great selection by Rock Nation for Super Bowl Sunday. I don't mind at all. The NFL is trying to globalize its brand. That's what the NFL is trying to do. That's why they played games in Berlin. That's why they were in Ireland just a week ago. That's why they've been in France. That's why they're going to London. That's why they've been in Germany, because they see soccer and how big that's gotten. What if they globalize their brand? Because it's all about the money, right? The owners want more. How do you get more? You can get, but only so much from the American citizen. You got to go worldwide. The NBA has done it. Soccer has done it. Baseball's doing it. Shohei Ohtani is the best player on the planet. This dude might be the best since Babe Ruth. Where you from? But we got Speaker Johnson spewing such ignorance. Come on, man. Come on now. You don't know, don't comment. Or at least ask the question. Don't act like you know. I don't know what you know, but I don't act like I know. And then Speaker Johnson...
You know what Bad Bunny is doing for Puerto Rico has never been done. Never, ever, ever, ever. Like he set up a residency in Puerto Rico. You know, everyone sets up a residency like in places Vegas, like Miami or Las Vegas, or like it's traditionally in Las Vegas. Right. He's the first person in music history that I know that set up a shop for Puerto Rico's economy. So meaning like, if you fly to the island and you get the package deal, like they hook you up with the hotels, they hook you up with like T-shirts, or they hook your flights up, and they boosted the economy by hundreds of millions.
Bye.
I'm back. So this is what we have. Okay? So this is what we had with the Bad Bunny. Okay. They ain't gonna lose a lot of money, Black America. They gonna gain a lot of money. The people they gonna lose the white folks. The white folks that's pulling their hair out about this. But they gonna gain a whole bunch of Hispanic people that speak Spanish and all of that from other countries and other people who don't tune in. The Hispanic people normally, traditionally, supports each other. They support each other, so they gonna show out and show up for Bad Bunny, right? We gonna show up because we like spectacles and shit. The white folks, some of them gonna show up, but some of them ain't gonna show up. They're gonna go to the shitty Charlie Kirk thing, right? No, it ain't even gonna be no half. It's just gonna be a halftime. Okay, that's it. The Charlie Kirk thing is only gonna be a halftime thing. It ain't gonna be no big thing that's gonna compete with the Super Bowl because it can't. So okay, okay, there you go. Then it's fine. They got to do their thing. They got to do what they got to do. But there's more and more people tuning in from different countries for the Super Bowl. Okay, so they're not gonna lose nothing. They're gonna gain even more. All this controversy is going to give them more viewership for the Super Bowl. Okay. It's just going to be even more. Gay people that ain't even watched the Super Bowl before going to tune in. I don't know. Maybe I tune in if I ain't doing jack shit. Maybe I tune in and I normally don't tune in. Right? Just to see motherfuckers' heads explode. I would tune in. Right? So controversy is always going to get people to show up. It's always going to be there. Okay? It's always going to be there. So this is going to be just like another halftime. It's probably going to be even more. We never know. Probably even beat Drake, Kendrick Lamar's. Okay. And basically he going to perform. So that's it. Okay. They want to quibble. They want to be upset. You know, that Christian, all that goodness. See, that's the thing. Right now, there's a concentrated effort to try to shove that Christian nationalism down our throats. I'm not having it. You're not going to be able to shove that Christian nationalism down my throat. I don't want no parts of it. Don't try to shove it down my throat. Don't try to throw guilt in there because I don't give a fuck about you trying to make me feel guilty about any of that. I may watch this one. I am not a football fan, but I may watch this one. Okay? It is what it is. There's going to be plenty of folks that tune in to watch this shit. Because people like bullshit. People like bullshit and people like drama. It is what it is. It's an all-American male sport. And all the men are going to tune in. It's Sunday. It's after church. They don't want to hear no more church shit. They don't care about. They can watch that Turning Point shit later on. We're going to watch you Turning Point motherfuckers later on. Y'all do that shit later on. We're going to watch Super Bowl. We're going to watch Super Bowl commercials. We're going to watch Super Bowl halftime. It is what it is. And they're going to be upset. You just going to be upset. It is what it is. April just butthurt. White people are not Christian. They're white supremacists. Whoa. I ain't say that. I didn't say that. Princea said that. All I'm saying to you is don't try to shove any kind of morality down this throat. I don't deal with morality. I don't deal with you shoving your morality down my throat. I have my own thoughts just like you have your own thoughts. Okay? That doesn't make me evil. It doesn't make you evil. It just makes you another human being, right? So does anybody have any questions? Anybody want to join a panel to talk about Bad Bunny? Anybody want to call that wants to talk about Bad Bunny? I'm giving you the opportunity to do so. If you don't want to do so, good and fine and dandy, you know, but I did my part about the Big Bunny. We had to call in and we had people who came over. Did you all hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button? I'd appreciate all of that. Subscribe, share, all those good things. They can go over and watch Turning Point. They can go and watch Turning Point all day long. Okay? All day long. Men don't care about Bad Bunny being gay, Black America. They don't care about that. They still gonna tune in to the Super Bowl. They still gonna they may go into the kitchen and make them some food during Bad Bunny's performance. When he comes on, they probably gonna go make food, but they gonna watch the game. Hey, Black. What's happening, Black America? Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta make sure that they can hear you. Okay. All right. You there. Okay, go ahead.
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. Why are you doing this to us, HQ?
What am I doing to you? What am I doing? That's how to go there.
Why are you pushing? We don't bother gay people. We don't want gay people to bother us. HQ, this would be bothering us.
Yeah, but y'all still gonna tune in on football day. It don't bother y'all that much.
Definitely won't.
It ain't gonna bother y'all that much. They gonna tune in, and as soon as he get to singing, they gonna see what he look like. Then they gonna tune his ass off. That's the only thing they gonna do. And he's not even gay.
And it ruins.
And he's not even gay. What are you talking about?
He is gay. What are you talking about? If you dress up like a woman, HQ, if you dress up like a woman, you're gay.
That don't mean you're gay just because you dress like a woman. You could be a performer, which he is.
You know what? This is why people don't like Democrats like you. Because I mean, you
are you white?
Gotta be able. Huh?
I gave you facts, and you telling me they don't like Democrats because I give them facts? I don't.
No.
Wait a minute, hold on.
That's
I do not think
that's
like
not
we do. Wait a minute. If I thought like you and I thought like other people, I would be y'all, right? So I think for myself. I just told you that he's not gay. You said he is gay. I said just because he dressed like a woman doesn't mean he performs like he's a woman. He performs in female clothing doesn't mean he's gay. How does that make me some weird person? Because I said that.
So what does that mean? What you heard the term "walk like a duck, quack like a duck, must be a duck." HQ, you have to stop doing this to us.
What are you make
about? You make for one thing, you make us as Black people look bad, right?
That's why.
Because you're pushing this narrative that people can do whatever they want. Fine. Do whatever you want in the comfort of your own home.
Right.
Don't push that shit out.
That's not how society works, Black America. And you know that.
What do you mean that's not how society works?
Society says you can wear a dress outside your house and be a man.
Yes, it does. But you know what it also does because of what a straight man would do to that? It also says that if I did something to that person, I would get more time than if I did something to a regular person.
Because it's called hate
crime. No, because that person, it's like beating up a retard. That person is now special. They're not special just because they're a man with a dress on, HQ. It's not right and it's not fair.
But they see, this is the thing. They exist. You can't change the fact that they exist. How do I get? Wait a minute, hold on, Blake America. Okay, how do I keep getting into these moral discussions with y'all? I got into a discussion with somebody about abortion earlier today. Then I'm in a discussion with you about homosexuality. Why are y'all trying to change my mind about some of this?
We're not talking about homosexuality. What I'm saying is, if you are coming into a male-dominated space,
right,
which football is a male-dominated space,
right,
you can't come in there and be a man and be in a dress. You can't do that.
Have you seen a show of Bad Bunnies?
No, I wouldn't watch it.
So
It's like Little Nas.
how do you know he's finna come in the dress?
Do you know who Little Nas X is?
Little Nas X. No, I've never. No. Little Nas.
So he made a song.
Right.
He made a song, Old Town Road. I want to take this horse to the Old Town Road. Right?
He's country? Of course I ain't heard no country. No.
Nope. He's a black dude that's a rapper. Right?
Okay.
He made that song with the white country dude, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Okay.
The song blew up, right? It was a huge success.
Right.
You want to know what happened after that? He came out as gay, started walking around in heels and underwear and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he fell off because we don't accept that in our community. I don't know why you're trying to.
That's the whole point.
This.
Some people.
It has never been.
I'm not trying to change anything. I'm saying they
you're
exist.
Pushing it.
Okay. I'm saying they exist.
You're pushing it. Exactly.
How am I pushing it?
So do unicorns, but you know what? We never see them, motherfuckers.
How exactly am I pushing it?
Because you're saying, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay to do it," and you know what? I don't even like football. Hold on. Let me finish. Oh, and I don't even like sports, but I might mess around and watch it. And all of you guys are going to watch it because it doesn't matter to you. It absolutely matters to men. We have a moral ethic and a moral code. We don't run around beating on women. That's moral. You keep saying we can't be moral, HQ. That is a moral ethic and a moral code. We don't run around and take things from people. People that do those things, we don't force ourselves onto women. That's a moral thing. You like that part of the morality, but when it comes to us saying something about no, it shouldn't be that, then you want to push back. Why don't people just run around taking vagina from women then if they find them attractive?
Okay.
Answer me that.
Can you come on the panel?
Be more...
Can you come on the panel because Ty Pro said he want to come on the panel with you and explain what you're talking about? You want to come on the panel with him?
I will.
Please.
All right. Put it in the link. I'll have to write it down.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm finna open up this panel. Y'all finna come up on the panel. Okay. There's the panel. There's the link. Let me see. Can I pin the link? No, I don't know how to pin. Okay. I don't know. Wait a minute. I do not. I can sort of. How do I pin this link? Okay. Here's the pin. Here's the link. The link is pinned up there. Okay. The link to join is pinned up there. Anybody want to come on the panel? Now, here is my discussion, or here is my thought pattern. Okay. Here's my thought pattern, because Bad Bunny exists. He exists, and this is another goddamn discussion that I'm finna get into with people regarding people's humanity. This is not a discussion. This is not going to be a discussion that we're going to have. I'm not going to argue over somebody's humanity. Gay people have humanity, are humans just like everybody else. That's my thought pattern. I don't know too many gay people. I don't hardly know gay people. But I do think they have the right to exist. You may not like it. You may not like gay people. You may not like trans people. You may not like whatever you don't like. But he's still coming to that Super Bowl. And he's still going to perform. What are you going to do? You going to ignore the fact that he's coming to the Super Bowl? Or this reminds me of why people don't want to vote Democratic. Because you say the Democrats, they just get so involved with them gay people, so involved with those trans people. Not y'all promoting that side. We don't promote gay side or nothing else. We just acknowledge that they exist, and they have to have a right to have the same rights as we do. I'm not promoting Bad Bunny in any way, shape, or form, but he deserves to perform because he's a performer. He can be gay, straight, he can be a triangle for all I give a fuck. I ain't fucking him. He ain't finna fuck me. So I don't care about no big Bad Bunny and his gay tendencies or non-gay tendencies. Okay? But he is performing at the Super Bowl. And he has a right to perform at the Super Bowl because he was picked out of a hat, so he deserves to do it. Now you either gonna watch the Super Bowl and ignore Bad Bunny when he comes on, or you gonna skip the Super Bowl altogether on principle. Okay? I don't understand why we having a discussion about Bad Bunny. I don't care one way about Bad Bunny or not. They picked him because he makes the numbers. He has the numbers. He's a big star. I'm sorry, Ty Pro.
No, you good. What's the deal? Yep. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine. I'm good. You're good.
Like Rainbow Kid just said, Bad Bunny got 81 million monthly Spotify listeners. He's one of the biggest artists, and
Bigger than Drake.
That's what the Super Bowl has always kind of been about,
Right.
but it was more so about the biggest white artists for a long time. The reason
Right.
why Rock Nation and Jay-Z got that deal is because Jay-Z was boycotting the NFL and was telling his listeners and his fan base to boycott the NFL, and that's around the time Colin Kilpatrick was doing the
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick. I was mixing it with Kilpatrick. Excuse me, but that's around the time all of that stuff was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So they say, you know what, we're gonna bring you on so that you can create a more culturally even Super Bowl halftime show, right?
Right.
So that's why it's been the way it's been for the last couple of years, and it's been the most entertaining halftime shows. I'm sure people like April might not agree because she's uncultured. Some people are just uncultured, and they think that every other culture is not a respectable culture or is like
No,
a
they
primitive.
feel as though their culture is the only culture
And
that
they
should be represented.
And they
That's all.
don't even have no fucking culture. They're uncultured. They really are uncultured. But to speak to like what Black America was saying, like I'm a black straight young man, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't be around gay people. I don't go to gay bars. I don't have
I
too
don't
many
either.
gay
Right.
friends. I don't go to Pride when Pride month around. I
Right.
don't be at no kind of gay shit. I don't be, what I'm saying, on none of that, right?
Right. Right.
But I respect people that respect me. Rainbow Kid in the chat, that's my dog. He's
Right.
respectful, he's knowledgeable,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like the ideology of people can't have. I'm not saying I'm gonna have me a gay best friend and we gonna fucking go to laser tag every weekend, but you
Mm-hmm.
got respect for people and not the sexual orientation thing
Right.
is too much on people's minds these days, and I don't understand it. I don't have to uh go
No,
around.
I fully understand what you're saying. I don't have any animosity whatsoever towards gay people or trans people. Not at all. I don't know too many of those people, but I do know they have a right to exist just like everybody else. They have a right to the rights just like everybody else. So I don't look at them and say, well, you shouldn't perform at the Super Bowl halftime because you gay or you fluid or that don't even make sense to me, right? To deny somebody they right X, Y, and Z. That's not
Yeah, exactly. I think that the only people that you should be worried about to this extent is people who's messing with children. That's the only thing that people should be attacking people about sexually. All that other shit don't matter. You know what I'm saying? My answer to a lot of that shit is like, to me, common sense. I
Mhm.
don't want a man born male but transitioned to woman
Going into my bathroom.
bathroom with my daughter. I have a
No.
14-year-old daughter, right?
No. Right.
But
Right.
I don't hate people that's going through that. I don't even understand it. I don't know nothing about it. So
Right.
my solution is just give them their own. Put a make a bathroom for whoever the fuck want to go in there. You got
Right.
man, you got woman, you got whatever the fuck you want to be. You can go in this bathroom,
Right.
and that kind of solves the problem. We don't have to put so much focus on it. Like Bad Bunny, I know about who he is because I listen to music podcasts. I didn't know the nigga was gay or dressed like a woman. I didn't know nothing
Hold
that.
on.
I just know his music is about vibes. He don't make music in English, but people listen
Hold
to
on.
it because it's a vibe. All right, for sure.
Hold on. Can y'all hear him? Hello? Hello?
No, I can't
Hello?
hear him yet.
Yeah, can we hear you?
Are you talking to me?
There you
Yeah.
go. What up, Black?
Can you all hear
Hey,
him? Her? No. Okay. Well, you wouldn't be able to hear. How can I help you?
well, you asked me to come up, so I'm coming up, and I, I just, I
Hold
just
on,
don't.
Black America. Hold on, Black America. Hold on.
All right.
You
What's the
all can't
deal,
hear
bro?
her.
Who
So
up there? That's April.
yeah, somebody called on the phone, but we can't hear them on the phone because you guys are on the panel. Wait a minute. Yes, we can. Okay, hold on. Yes, we can. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm here.
Now they can hear you. Go.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to comment on just a couple of things I want to talk about the topic of the Super Bowl and Bad Bunny.
Right.
First, I bet Black America cannot even name a song by Bad Bunny. I mean, he is an international star. He is not gay, never claimed to be gay. And the reason why the Trump life
HQ, can she hear me?
supporters are
No,
upset
she can't
is
hear us,
because
Black.
his show is going to be completely in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And because of xenophobia, right? And
Right.
what we're doing with so-called quote-unquote Americans, non-Americans right now,
Right.
white supremacists are upset.
Right.
So I just think we just need to be
Bro, that's
careful
so
as Black
stupid.
people.
That's so stupid. What she's
Why do we
saying?
be having a problem with this?
I
don't know. It's just so superficial to me.
I mean,
It's not
why?
stupid.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Most people don't have any. Most people just see the man in a dress. I said that he was not gay. He's just wearing those dresses. He's doing that for the publicity. He's been doing that since the beginning. He's not gay. He just dresses.
And that's not even all the time. Sometimes he'll dress up like that.
Right.
But it's like, I just think in these times, this is really what we're worried about.
Right?
It just seems like it's all just a
That's what I
distraction
was
from
gonna
the
say to
stuff
you though,
that
Black.
really
Even Young
affects
Thug
people's lives
wears
that are
dresses.
happening.
Yeah,
And if they
I
can
mean,
have us arguing about Bad Bunny,
right?
then they're winning, right?
I
We
mean,
too busy arguing about this.
we got a million things on our plate. The last
Yep.
thing people need to be concerned about is somebody that's gay. Specifically, if you ain't gay and you ain't never encountered people that touch. See, the fear. I don't know what the fear is or what the problem is or whatever. I get it. Men don't like gay men. I get all that. But they also do deserve to exist on this planet because they are a part of the human race. So I give them a leeway. I'm not encouraging. I'm not discouraging. I'm just saying you deserve your rights just like everybody else. That's it. That's all. They deserve their rights just like everybody else.
And I live in the Bay Area. I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, so it's just really diverse. It's a lot of different kind of people here.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, that whole thing about men who don't like gay men, it's like, why do you care about what somebody else is doing in the bedroom? It just makes me question their masculinity, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
If you are so bothered by seeing somebody gay that it just offends your soul and your spirit so much, why? It's not you.
Can you?
And even the
You
whole
can't
thing
come on the
too. And
panel. You can't come on the panel so they can actually hear you and all of that stuff. You can't come on the panel.
Oh yeah, I can come on. How do you get on?
If you're on a phone, or a desktop?
On a phone.
Okay, on a phone, you gotta copy that. You gotta copy that link that I put in the chat. Like right now, if you look in the chat, I just posted the link. This link. Do you see that link?
Okay.
So or it's
See,
pinned
I'm
at
looking
the
on
top.
my.
It's pinned. It should be
It's
highlighted
pinned at the
too.
top. It should be highlighted. The link.
Yep.
You
So
see
she
it?
gotta
I'm looking on my second phone. I do not see it.
Okay, look at the top of the chat. It's pinned. It should be underlined.
It should say HQ
Yeah, I'm not
reacts.
seeing it. Let me.
I just put it in the chat, so it should be at the bottom somewhere. Or it would be.
Okay, let me go to this.
Or it would be.
Okay, I see it. I see it.
So you need to
StreamYard.
copy
Okay.
that. You need to copy that and put it in a browser, and it should bring you here.
Okay, so it's going to be on another number will come up. I'll do it on my other phone.
I won't see your number. I won't see your number. You'll just appear on the. You'll just appear in the chat.
Tell her she could screenshot the
Okay.
link.
All right, I'll do that. I'll come up.
You can screenshot the link. You can screenshot the link, and that way you got it.
I wonder why it's not letting me select it. Okay, let me
It's
try
not gonna let her select it.
It's not gonna let you select it. You got to copy and paste it.
Okay. All right. I'll see you in a minute.
Into a browser. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
All right, Black America. Too bad she wasn't on the panel, but go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
So, you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, so what she just said, he's an international star, right? So let's go with that first. And Rainbow Kid. I am not saying I am the demographic that it should be performing to. But bro, he is not performing to anybody that is in the Super Bowl watching demographic. We're all heterosexual, straight. It's a few homosexuals that like football, sure. But most of us, 95% of us, are straight men.
Yeah, but how is it that he has 81 million downloads every day? It's got to be some regular men downloading his music.
No, HQ, what's the biggest sport in the world?
I don't know.
Soccer.
It's soccer.
It's football from out the country, but
but see, you don't even know that. You know why you don't know that? Do you want to know why you don't know that?
Because I don't tune in the sport.
No, because we don't play that shit in America.
What, play his songs in America?
He talking about soccer. We don't watch soccer in America. Which
we don't.
They're trying to get an American soccer league going, but it ain't really go nowhere.
Right.
But,
yes. And that's what I'm saying. It's completely it's different. Yes, soccer is the biggest sport in the world, HQ, all over the world.
Right.
But we don't. But this is America. We don't fuck with soccer. We don't. So I don't care how international it is. It doesn't matter because it's not here. That's not what we do. Soccer has been around. We all used to play soccer in elementary school, and you know what happened as soon as we got out of elementary school? Fuck soccer.
Yeah, but
we don't play
like America. He has 81 million downloads a day. That's not just women.
I did not say it was just women. HQ, who is one of the biggest who would be like the biggest race on the country? What in the world? What would be like one of the bigger races of people in the world?
Be the Latino, Hispanic races.
Latinos
Europe,
and Hispanics,
Caribbeans. Yes. All right, okay. But look. Let me.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand it. What I'm saying. It's just like
you're basing his popularity on the fact that he may or might not be gay. And most people
That's
don't
not what.
base their stuff
That's
on
not.
that.
That's not what I am saying, HQ.
What do
That's
you?
I
Why
haven't
you
mentioned none of that.
expecting? Why was that the first
He
thing you
he
mentioned?
I wasn't making that point. He is soccer. We don't fuck with soccer. Soccer is the biggest sport in the world. We don't fuck with soccer. He is going to be, you know what he's going to be, HQ? He's going to be another Rihanna halftime Super Bowl. It's going to be the hugest fucking disappointment in Super Bowl history all over again, just like when Rihanna got up.
But why?
Rihanna show
Because
wasn't
she,
bad, bro.
hey, Top Pro, I hate it when you start caping for bitches, especially black ones. Don't do it,
What?
bro. Getting
How
up there
caping?
pregnant,
Huh?
getting up there pregnant, looking like she done drank 140s.
It was
No,
wasn't that when she just revealed she was pregnant the first time?
type, Type Pro. Did any of us men say, "Oh, that is so good"?
Okay, so look,
Like, keep it
all
real.
right, let me stop you
No,
there. Let me stop you
keep
there.
it
Let me
real.
stop you there. All right, let me stop you there. Let me stop you there. Why do they keep showing Taylor Swift every time the fucking Chiefs play?
The Chiefs, I don't know. Do they show her every time? I'm a Raiders fan. I don't watch Chiefs game.
Every time the Chiefs play, even when Travis Kelsey ain't even doing shit, they showing Taylor Swift. Oh, she stood
It,
up on her
it
chair.
is
Hold on, hold on.
is she at the games?
She's dating Travis Kelsey, so
Yeah, bro. Taylor
she
Swift is like one of the biggest pop stars in the. No, not
right,
one
but
of them.
she's
Taylor
okay. So
Swift
hold on.
is the biggest pop star in the world.
She's the biggest white pop star in the world, and she's very trash and she can't sing. But they show her because that's what the NFL is about. Football is about what you talking about. Football is about a manly sport. You know what I'm saying? Football is what you talking about.
Top Pro.
Hold on,
I've
hold
been
on, hold
playing
on, hold
football
on.
since I've been
Hold
playing
on.
football since I was 8 years old, bro. And I played
Exactly.
at
You
every
talking
level.
about football, right? I agree with you. The NFL is about Taylor Swift at every Chiefs game. The NFL is about, yes, Rihanna.
She
Hold
is the
on, bro.
biggest
Hold
pop
on. Just
star
let
in
me,
the world.
bro, let me land my plane. Beyonce
Okay,
and
get to it.
Rihanna,
Get to it.
Beyonce and
Hell
Rihanna
no.
are bigger stars than Taylor Swift.
Hell no.
Yes.
No, they're not.
Bro, fuck that
They're
white
not.
bitch. That white bitch is trash. She can't even sing, and
Yes,
she's only.
I can't even name you one of her songs, but she's
But you
still the
know
biggest
Rihanna and
pop star
Beyonce
in.
songs.
I don't know their songs either. I know what the Beyonce, all the single ladies.
And
That's
you
it. I
know
don't listen to no
Umbrella,
Beyonce,
Ella.
nigga.
All right. Just let me. All right, let me make my
Yeah,
point.
because
I'll
it
make it
was
quick. I'll
the
make it
smoke
quick.
coming off of it that was in the
All right.
house. So
Look,
I brung it out.
the NFL is about Rihanna being a billionaire artist revealing her first pregnancy at the halftime show. That's in that field. That's not football, but that's in that field. The NFL is about Beyonce performing, doing the Black Panthers thing. The NFL is about the West Coast
When was
reunite.
this?
This was all past the last since Jay Z been ahead of the rock, been ahead of the halftime show. The NFL is about Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and the West Coast knighting Kendrick Lamar, King of the West Coast, at the halftime show. And
That nigga
then when
trash, bro.
Kendrick
Kendrick
Lamar is the
Lamar
greatest
trash.
rapper ever, especially greatest rapper out of
Oh my
California.
god.
All right, greatest rapper who ever
Boy, that's why I
came out of
can't trust niggas with
California.
long hair, boy.
Man, look, the NFL is about we knighted this dude, the king of California, here at the halftime show. Now he's in a beef and made one of the most popular beef songs ever. We're gonna
Come on,
like
man.
that's the
Get to
NFL.
what you saying, bro. Get to what you saying.
The NFL is not about traditional football. The NFL is a concert. People watch the halftime show that don't watch football all the year. Oh, that's why all the biggest commercials are doing a halftime show. Most people that watch have football Super Bowl parties where it's like a mixture and there's a bunch of chicks around. They barely even watching the game. But when the halftime show come on, everybody shut the fuck up and watch it. Like the Super Bowl isn't barely even a football game. The Super Bowl is a concert.
That is
It's
100. That is 100. That is 100% not true.
the Super Bowl and the theatrics and the money that goes into it is about a
Yeah,
NFL presented concert.
bro, I hear you on that. But what I'm telling you is that is 100% not true.
Bro, that the numbers tell you that. That's why so many people that don't watch football watch the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl numbers are triple, quadruple during the Super Bowl because the people who ain't watched the game all season is watching.
So
That's just
let
what
me
it
let me
is.
let me
That's
let me
why
let
they.
me t- let me tell you something that happened during World War One. Right?
Oh my
During
god.
wo- Listen, let me tell you something that happened during World War One. During World War One, when they were fighting, right? I'm talking about fighting heavy and hard. When Christmas came around, they started like singing Christmas carols, right? And guess what, HQ? They got on the field and they played soccer. The the
Oh,
Germans and
Sarah.
oh, maybe she didn't make it. Maybe she didn't make it.
Yeah, she didn't sound like she knew what she was about to do.
Hello,
because
hello,
she crazy.
hello. We can hear you. Oh, hello. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. And the enemies who were fighting each other started playing soccer with each other. It's a true story.
Hmm.
Like all you so because it is it's it's just like that. That that's the time where everybody like can chill out. They kind of doing away with that shit. That and I don't agree with what you're saying, bro. Like I
Yeah,
say,
because
I don't know.
you stuck in the past. That's all it is.
It, it could be. You could be right.
You
I could be wrong.
all right, you remember when Justin Timberlake ripped uh Janet Jackson's shirt and
Yep.
exposed her
Yes.
boob?
Yep.
Black
Yeah.
America. That
Yes.
was that was that is when the NFL said, "Oh, we got something here."
Yep.
You know what? That's why I don't fuck with you that much because of that conspiracy shit.
I'm not
That's
lying
what I'm
because
saying.
you can see it
No, nigga.
traditionally.
I don't fuck with you that much because of that conspiracy. I don't, dude. Don't do that shit if you don't got no proof, bro. If you don't
But no,
have
no, no.
100%, if you don't have 100% proof, then you can't do that shit, bro.
Okay, so
Mm.
I'll say this. That was a very big moment for the
I did
halftime
what you
show.
saying. I
The
100%.
halftime show is about moments. The football game, the people who watch football, none of that shit got
What?
anything to do with halftime show. It's a whole
Man,
separate
you
entity.
must you must have been smoking weed.
I ain't smoked weed in a
You
long
over
time, bro.
you over there chiefing?
No, I'm about to light a cigar though. But I'm
You
telling you
better
though,
light a
bro,
cigar.
yeah, yep,
Y'all
yep.
hit that like button, hit the like
The
button or the
the
hate button. Hit
the
one or the other, please and thank
that
you.
the halftime show, especially since Jay-Z has been running it, bro, it's a
Right.
whole nother entity. That's why Rihanna revealed her pregnancy there. That is the
Yeah,
audience.
but how disappointing was that for us though?
I
Mm.
ain't really give a fuck because I fuck with that part of the society and culture too. Like I've enjoyed all the halftime shows because I'm into the rap scene. I'm into, you know what I'm saying, all that
Sarah.
shit that's going
To
on. You
accept,
feel
press
me?
1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
I think Kendrick Lamar had the best halftime show ever since Prince.
Well, see, I'm about to say
Hello.
you didn't.
Hello.
Yeah, no. Uh, yeah, I don't know. To me, that shit was kind of garbage.
Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Hold
Yeah,
on. Can y'all hear the phone? Can you
I
speak
think
now?
so.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know, man. To me, Kendrick Lamar just not that hot, bro.
Hi, this is
I,
Zara. Hello.
I
Hold on,
just
Black
don't like
America.
him. Like
Hold on,
a
Black
lot of
America.
people like
Hold
him.
on, Black America. Can you hear the lady? Hello, speak. Can
Hello.
we hear
Hi.
you? Hi, can you guys hear her?
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Go ahead with your question.
Yes, I think Black American is missing a point. The whole Bad Bunny point. It's marketing. He is the biggest international superstar. Okay, let's forget Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all marketing. That's the whole point. It's not about being gay. He's not gay, by the way. It's not about his sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
It's called marketing. The NFL is going overseas. They're playing games overseas because they're trying to make it global. It's not just Americans watching the
Right.
Super Bowl halftime. So that's the whole point. It's called marketing.
Right. Right. It's
So
like a whole nother. It's like a whole nother show.
do she want to know why she wrong though? Do she want to know why she wrong?
Exactly.
Why do you think?
Can she hear me? Can she hear me?
She can't hear us. We can hear her.
Okay, but you can hear me though, right?
I can hear you. Yes.
So this is what I want you to tell her. The NFL goes overseas because it's like taking Christmas to the Muslims. They don't have it. They don't have big, strong, 300-pound men that can run as fast as a fucking truck into each other. It's an anomaly. It's something that happens once or twice a year, and it's special if you get to see it. It's not marketing. If no other country,
Yeah, but
the
they're marketing. She's saying it's marketing because they're looking for a broader, more culturally diverse audience. That's
Hey,
why they're appealing to other people.
hey, Black America.
that's not what it is. That's
Black
not what it
America.
is.
Yes, it
Yo,
is. That's exactly
You
what it is.
you know about
and
the
listen,
retirement. Hold on.
HQ, crime goes down. Crime goes down
So
across
why
the
is the
entire
NFL
world
playing
when the
games
Super
in
Bowl
London? Why is the NFL going to Brazil to play
comes.
games? Why is the
Because they
NFL
don't
going to
have
Latin
big
American
strong
countries?
Hold on.
because
They're
they don't
recruiting
have big strong
they're
men
recruiting
over there.
players.
Hold
It's
on.
You know
all
why
about getting more
you
eyes.
heard about the Saudi Arabia
Hold on.
retirement game that's coming up?
The what?
No.
Saudi Arabia, you know they've been paying everybody to come over there and do shit. Like they got all the comedians, Dave Chappelle over there right now, and they had Tom Brady over there, and he announced a retirement football scrimmage with him, that wide receiver that was on the Patriots,
Dope. Gronkowski.
Okay.
Rob.
Gronk, yep, Gronk gonna play. It's like
But
a
why?
whole bunch of people that's been retired and that's on the way to retirement, supposed to be playing in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's promotion. They have a broader audience.
Of, of
They're looking to diversify
America is a
NFL.
corporation.
Right.
Everything that's branded American, baseball, football, all these things that Americans hold dear to our culture, America, the entity, is selling it because America is a business. We just love it like a country. This country is a business, and they will run it as such. Saudi Arabia is cutting that check, and niggas is going over there to juggle and do whatever the hell else they gonna do for it. And that's the whole thing. That's why
You know how simple. You know how you want to know why that
Yeah,
sounds stupid.
let her get her final thoughts in. Get your final thoughts in, ma'am, please. So, get your final thoughts in. They can hear you, but you can't hear them. Hello?
Okay. Yes, I'm here. Okay, sorry. Thank you so much. Yeah, so again, I think Black American, he's missing the point. It's entertainment. That's the whole point.
Right.
This is entertainment. Let's not make it become politics. At this point, it seems like everything is politics. This
Right.
man is not gay. This man is American. Puerto Rico is a territory of the U.S.
Right.
So let's stop this divisive
rhetoric that the right is pushing on, and sad that a black man is actually spewing the same thing,
Right.
talking points coming from
Mm-hmm.
this MAGA Republicans.
Right.
Enjoy the game, watch the game. The majority of people that are watching the game,
At the end of
the
the day,
actual
he's American. At the end of the day, he's
exactly.
American, and they're
Yep.
trying to promote their product, their NFL product. They're trying to diversify and get other viewers, other international viewers, and get more people involved in the NFL. So they're going to have culturally diverse people come and perform at the Super Bowl. It is what it is. He's controversial. It's going to be a lot of people there. There's going to be a lot of people who tune in to see who is Bad Bunny, because I ain't know who Bad Bunny was until I heard this announcement. So, yes, you're going to have people that tune in. It's going to be a lot of people that are there, right? To look at it. It is what it is.
Exactly.
And we should be
Thank you
supporting
so
an
much.
American. We should be supporting an American that most of us had not heard of. They supported Charlie Kirk, and we hadn't heard of Charlie Kirk. So we need to
Thank you.
support this person who we hadn't heard of either, who's also an American. That's the way I look at it.
Exactly. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
love your channel, by the way. Started watching about 3 days ago, and I am hooked. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And welcome. Welcome. So you hear that, Black America? You hear that? I get it. I get it, Black America. You don't believe that men are going to tune in or want to tune in because of the fact that he has a suggestion of being a gay person. But I'm saying most people had not heard of him. I had not heard of him until they announced it, and I was like, "What the fuck is a Bad Bunny? Is that a dude or a girl or
You're
whatever?"
old. How are you going to
Yeah,
hear of him? You're old.
but there's also people my age that watch football, Black America. So what are you talking
Yes,
about?
they watch football, but hey, I'm finna channel something else. HQ, your
Right,
husband watched football.
right,
I know he did. Grew up in Texas.
yeah.
Texas is all about football and guns.
Nothing but
If
football
Bad
and guns.
Bunny,
Right,
nothing. I know. I, I,
right,
I, I, I'm telling you, I played at every level
right.
of football. Traveled all over the country and been many places in the world. HQ, if Bad Bunny was performing at Super Bowl, what would your husband think?
Go in the kitchen and make something else while Bad Bunny is on.
He would not be happy with that performance, would he?
He wouldn't be happy, but he wouldn't turn the channel. He just turned the volume down. Probably. That's
And,
about it.
and that's what I'm saying. And that's all I'm saying. We're not happy about
Yeah, but you don't have
it.
to
It's
be happy
it,
about it. You just have to be. You just have to accept that it exists. That's all. You just have to accept that it's going to happen. That's
so,
it.
so you know what? That's just like saying, well, just accept it that pedophiles are running around the street.
That's
Accept that people are going to rape and maim people. Just accept anything that. Just accept anything. That's what that's saying, man.
No,
Just
you're
just
fighting.
accept
You. I get that you don't like gay people. I get all that, but you're fighting against
it.
a society that says they have a right to exist. So you can keep
It does.
wailing against it, but they still going to exist, Black America.
I,
They
I,
still going
I,
to have
I
rights like everybody
once
else.
again, I dig that. I understand that. But like I said, don't come over here and we won't come over there. That's all I'm saying.
I Black. Let me ask you this: if it wasn't, if he wasn't like a feminine artist and all of
Ty,
that
don't
shit,
start caping. Don't start
I,
caping,
I
Ty.
don't cape for nobody, bro. I don't cape for nobody. But we having a dialogue, right? if he didn't have any of the femininity and he was just an artist, would you still feel the same way about him performing?
What? So what you mean? Like if he was just gonna be speaking Spanish all the time?
If he was doing everything the same except he wasn't no cross dresser or none of that kind of stuff. He just was a Spanish speaking artist and he was gonna get up here and do his Spanish songs. Would you still feel the same way because it's not like an English thing?
No, I wouldn't. And here's the reason why. It's
Hmm.
because Ty, they're pushing this on our children. Football is an American pastime. When Fee sat down and watched the game, he watched that game with his sons. When I watch football, I watch the game with my son. It is a holiday. The Super Bowl, people call in if they got to go to work on Super Bowl. People, you know how much? 50, no, it's 7,500 for the nosebleed seats for Super Bowl.
Oh,
It
okay.
it does it does because it is a family event. It is it's two Fourth of July. It's Super Bowl and Fourth of July are family things. There is no bigger time in America besides Christmas than Super Bowl. That is a
What
family thing, bro.
Okay, what artist besides Drake? And I'm gonna say why. I'm gonna give a little because I watch Joe Budden podcast. I watch musical podcasts and shit. So I kind of know. I don't listen to Bad Bunny, but I know his stardom from just hearing about it. But what other artists besides Drake right now would make sense for the Super Bowl?
You say that would make sense?
Yeah,
Um, I think they could do something like maybe they could do like a South reunion. They had Kendrick bum ass. They
man.
a couple of years before that they had the West Coast where all of the West Coast people came out. Maybe they can
Hmm.
do a Southern thing. Juvenile, Master P, Little Wayne, all of them come out and
Okay.
rock the house.
All right, and I agree
So
with
you're
you that
talking, you're talking, you're talking about making sense. It's not about it making sense. It's about what
Jessica,
they're pushing.
Jessica M, Chris Brown definitely should have done the Super Bowl, and I think Chris Brown is on the way to it. He's probably if Jay Z. I think this is the last pick for Jay Z, but they might have redid the contract. If Jay Z got something to do with it, I don't know if Chris Brown would be a pick because he has a conflict of interest
Yeah,
with Rock Nation,
yeah,
and that's why Drake. That's
yeah,
why Drake.
because of
Huh?
with Rihanna. He,
Yeah, and
he,
that's why
he, he,
Drake.
he.
What you was about to say? Yeah,
So
he fucked up with them.
Jay Z, yeah, Jay Z was all on Rihanna, and once Chris Brown came into the picture, he took Rihanna from Jay Z. We all
And
know
Drake
how that went down.
and Drake don't fuck with Jay Z, and Jay Z don't fuck with Drake. And Bad Bunny was actually picked to slight Drake because Drake and Bad Bunny are the top artists right now. But Chris Brown is exactly who should be at the Super Bowl because he's had a great year and he's gonna probably have another great year. So hopefully Chris Brown can get it. But that's how like when the West
Yeah,
Coast did that.
man,
That's
it ain't nothing better than them breezy bowls right now. Them breezy bowls are going down in a real
yeah. This
way.
dude is flying through this. Like he's probably the top performer ever right now. Chris Brown is like the best performing artist right now. But yeah, people don't really understand. This the thing because I can see them in the chat just saying random names and shit. The thing about
That's
the
just like people were saying Jelly Roll. Like, who the hell is Jelly Roll? I never
some
even heard
whack
of Jelly.
bro, I think my next live is gonna be about how trash white artists are, but they put them on a pedestal because they are the white version of
Now,
doing what black people are
hold
doing.
on now. Hold
He's
on
just
now.
like
You
Eminem,
can't
just like Taylor
me
Swift.
me. You don't like Eminem,
Eminem is garbage, bro. He was cool, but he's not never should be in nobody's top 10 rappers, dog.
dude.
Eminem
He is in the top 5, bro.
trash. Top no. Eminem is
Yeah. See,
garbage.
that's because of your pro black stuff.
No, it's not. And
So I
I used to like Eminem, bro. I just like rap. Eminem is not a good rapper. Royce the 5'9" is we had this conversation. Eminem is
I
not a
know.
top tier rapper, dog. It's so
Yeah.
many
Okay.
rappers that can rap him to fucking sleep.
So we this is gonna be the last thing I'm gonna say on it. Eminem starts rapping and destroys other rappers' career, and you know that to be true. That is 100% fact. He make people put the mic down completely. Okay, so we gonna end that right there, and let's get back to the subject.
I liked
So
Eminem when he made Marshall Mathers, LP, and the Slim Shady Show and shit like that. Like Eminem is the white Busta Rhymes, bro.
no,
That's it.
no, listen,
Eminem is the
listen,
white Busta
listen.
Rhymes. Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes. Who is
Busta
Busta Rhymes?
Rhymes. That's how Eminem raps.
No,
Oh,
Ty Pro. What rapper do all rappers say they would not want to get into a battle with?
Kendrick Lamar.
Jesus Christ. Never mind. You don't know. You don't know nothing about music. You don't know nothing
Bro,
about
I
music.
do.
But
I'm
anyway,
just not stuck in the past. Like Eminem, Taylor Swift,
Eminem,
Adele.
Eminem is the
Um,
one that Adele is good.
yeah, but they are put on a pedestal because they are white competing in black
No,
dominated arenas.
no, it's not. It's like 200 million white people and 40 million black people, Ty. It's
And
more of them.
but our artist commands the entire world though.
Oh God, let's not do this, bro. Let's
All right,
not.
let's bring it back to the halftime show. This is the
Yeah.
thing. Artists, the halftime show is about artists who are having that's why Usher got the halftime show. He had a dog ass year. He did the Vegas thing. He was
mm-hmm.
popping cherries and chicks' mouths. He worked that year because they called him and said, "Hey, we thinking about picking you for the halftime show," and he put on for that year. Kendrick put on for that year. People who get picked for the halftime show has had an amazing run the in between the last two halftime shows. So
And Bad Bunny has done that. Bad Bunny has done that.
he put the numbers up. I know that a lot of Spanish people love Bad Bunny because of the vibes, the
Do
music. I know a lot of people in New York
Top
love
Pro.
Bad Bunny.
Answer me this. Besides Mexicans in California and maybe Texas, what Mexican and Latino people fuck with football?
Uh you
How
saying what
many
let
how many how many Mexican and or Latino people where
Right?
you're from on the East Coast and in the country and in the Midwest are rocking football jerseys?
They football people too, just like they
yeah,
American people too.
I
No,
don't really
no, they
be I
no, they
mean
not HQ.
I don't
Once
they
again, you
gotta
don't know HQ because you don't even pay attention
I
to
could
this
say
shit.
that
HQ.
Chicago got a huge Mexican population. They fuck with football heavy. I would imagine New York, New York got a heavy population of Puerto Ricans. I don't know if they fuck with football like that, but they sure fuck with Bad Bunny. And it's not the halftime
Exactly.
show is not
They're not
about
black.
football. The
They're not
halftime,
black.
the
Puerto Ricans
halftime.
ain't black.
I
They're
didn't say they
Latino.
were. Yeah, but they fuck with Bad Bunny. The
And they
halftime
got
show.
and they got African heritage too. Don't you? Ain't you looked at Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny looks like a black guy, a mixture of a black guy with something else.
Some of them
He
are
don't look like
descendants of slaves. Some people in Puerto Rico. Some it's the
that.
Afro
That
Latino
that
community
shit is
that
not. That shit is not important to me. I don't think that Jamaicans are black, and they darker than all of us. They're
yeah
not black like us.
I consider them descendants of slaves. I consider Black Americans black, and I consider
Yes,
everybody
all of
outside of
all all all,
America.
all of those other colors of people that are black, they don't matter like we matter to me. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's as far as my pro-black stance goes. Ty Pro it just said that Eminem was trash. Like every rapper know that you don't even want to walk by Eminem.
People
He
in
cuts
Detroit,
people's tongues
look,
out.
Royce the 5'9", Big Sean,
Dude, come on,
uh,
dude.
Proof, rest in peace, Proof. These are rappers that
Who
are. Hmm?
that will never catch Eminem's first LP sales? He sold more. Okay, just let's
Because
go
he's
back to the
white.
stat or anything. It don't have nothing to do with that. The voice call.
All
Anyway,
right.
so to answer your other question, I would not have a problem if a Latino person came and did a show, right? I don't like the narrative that is being pushed upon us, our families, and our shows. If you look at all of our shows with black people now, they all have gay people in them. HQ just put up a short, and she had a gay black dude, then she had a gay white dude after that. Why are people pushing these people on the rest of us?
Wait a minute.
It's a
That's the
small
whole
number
point.
of them.
It is. We are not pushing them on you. They are part of the American culture. They. I don't look at when I see somebody. I don't look
So
at
are
them and say,
pedophiles.
"Oh, he's
Why don't you put
gay."
up
I didn't look at him
why don't you put up a kid that diddles with kid person that diddles with kids then HQ?
because I don't know
Why
whether
don't
they
you
did it with kids. Because I don't know whether they
why
did it
don't
with kids. I don't know that
why don't
they
you
did.
go find hold on. Why don't you go find uh tapes of men that take advantage and force themselves on women and put their views out, HQ?
Because I
Because
don't.
it
Because you
because
don't.
once again,
How am I?
it
How am I
doesn't run
supposed
with
to?
your narrative.
Wait a minute. How exactly am I supposed to find those people? How am I supposed to know that you're gay when I pick on your video? How do I know that? I
Ty
don't
Pro,
know that.
Todd,
I
did you
don't.
just hear what she said?
Yeah. You
Todd, did
said,
you
why
just hear
don't I
what she
go?
said?
What she
You,
say?
I said,
She said,
I don't
how
pick
is
the
she supposed to
video.
know when she clicks on somebody's video if they're gay?
Right.
I didn't know he was gay. I don't know what the fuck he is. I just
No,
know
no,
he's
no, no.
doing.
I was talking about a short
You
she
talk
had
about
put
why
up.
they pushing.
So she's acting like she
No,
can't tell a straight man versus a gay man.
what you said was I picked videos because they were gay, so I picked those videos. And I just said to you, I don't pick videos because the person is gay. I don't know that they're gay. I just to pick a video that I happen to like, that happens to have the message that I want to present. I don't care whether they're gay or they're straight. It could have been all straight people. You're making it seem as though I picked people because they are gay. And I don't pick anybody because they're gay. Because I don't look at people and say, are they gay or they straight? Am I going to present them as gay or straight? Do I care what
We are never
I don't look at
going to win another election. I swear to God, we us Democrat leaning people are never going to win another election. I swear to God.
What's the deal, Zeus?
oh, Zeus, he couldn't come, he couldn't he couldn't his stuff wouldn't let him present because he would have said something.
He'll
Yeah,
probably come back.
right.
But us Democrats and Democrat leaning people, we will never win another major election for a few years. It's going to be bad.
Not if they think like you. Not if they so ingrained with the hatred or animosity towards gay people. Of course not. But most people are
Hey,
not so ingrained with the hatred for gay people or trans people. A lot of us can make the distinction between the Democratic Party and gay people.
Let,
Democratic
let,
don't
let's
mean
let's
gay.
let let's let's see. Let's see.
And there's gay people in the Republican Party too. You do know that, right? There's gay people in the Republican Party. So why would it be any different?
Promote them?
Who promotes them?
Do the Republicans promote them and put them out front?
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. The shitty road that we're going down, we going down a real shitty road, brother. A real shitty
And I agree with you. And you know what's going to happen?
And now some of these people are thinking, making second thoughts. You really voted for this trash because you were scared of somebody going in the bathroom?
Yes.
You're really scared. You're scared. Why?
All
Why,
men,
Black America? Why? Why are you so concerned about gay people going into the bathroom?
Because I have an 8-year-old daughter.
No, don't say that. Don't do that.
Ty Pro has a 16-year-old daughter. Is she 16 or 15, bro?
14.
Don't blame it on that.
She's
your
14. No, she's 14, right? I have 6 other young women. Yes, it is my protection, and I can't be everywhere to protect all of them. Ty can't be everywhere to protect his daughter, and if she goes into the bathroom with a man. So yes, we are going to keep on. So we are going to keep on voting against that agenda. We are
voting against what agenda are you talking about? Voting against what agenda are you talking about? We're voting. You're voting against people being human beings.
We don't care about them being human beings. I don't know why you don't understand that. We don't care about them being human.
I don't understand what we're dealing with. I get that y'all don't like gay people. I get all of that. But you'd rather us go straight down the fucking tubes than to vote for an agenda
than to go to hell. Yes. Yes.
That don't make sense. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get that. Not at all. Not at all.
Like I said.
By the off chance that I might go into the bathroom or my kid might go in the bathroom with somebody that's trans, you just crap all over the agenda.
You act like it's not happening. You act like it haven't been happening. You act like a boy that turned into a girl didn't win the girls' college swimming champion. You act like the guys that are running against these girls aren't beating them. You act like we're not all seeing these things.
No,
we're all seeing these things except for you because
you're hyped up over 15 people that are trans in sports. Black America, that don't even make no sense. You're hyped up over 15 goddamn people that are trans that are in sports. You act like you act like trans is an epidemic that's going around the country.
How many of them was it when we were young, HQ?
There was trans even when we were kids.
Good, right, exactly.
They just never
now, how many of them? Hold on. Now, how many of them played sports against girls? HQ.
They didn't have that back then.
Crickets. You know why? Because it wasn't allowed.
Because they didn't have. They didn't have. They had it in public. They just never.
They had transgenders. They had transgenders.
They had
so why didn't they play in sport? And so they didn't play in sports against our girls, though, did they? They didn't run track and swim and wrestle and box.
I'm not adverse with this. I'm not well versed with this.
Last Olympics.
All I'm saying is you basing decisions on 15 trans people that are in sports. I'm not understanding this at all.
Last Olympics, a transgender person won the gold medal.
One transgender? You sure the whole thing wasn't transgender? But one transgender.
Listen,
one?
No, I say a transgender won the women's boxing event, and she gave the other woman a concussion, HQ, because no matter what, you're still a man. And she hit the other lady so hard it gave her a concussion, cracked her skull.
Mm.
And that's where I do agree with Black America on. And
You see what I
I
mean? Top
I
and
Pro
don't
I
been
care
caping for your
about.
Top
I
Pro
I
don't
been
care
don't
caping
about
hate
for
for
trans.
your
I
no
don't
side the
care.
whole.
No, we're not going down that rabbit hole. I don't give a fuck about transunion people. I don't give a fuck about the
transunion.
transgender people. I don't care about them. That's not my fight. We have bigger fish to fry than worrying about transgender people in sports. We got bigger things to worry about.
Not when it comes to straight men. Not when it comes to straight men. That's
So
what we care about.
Your fight, your fight. You stay over there and fight it. I'm not gonna fight 15 people. I'm not worried about those transgender
so
people. We have bigger
HQ.
fish to fry.
The only thing I would say is give them their own bathroom, give them their own sports. Just make it separate. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, you can
that's
do all of that.
that's that's
All of that.
that's where I feel like a happy middle ground. And if
Right.
the Democrats push that ideology, I think that more people would be more comfortable with
Right.
uh aligning back with them, because that was the major and the first thing that made me say
Right.
let me get the other side
Right.
a listen. That was the main thing. On top of, I already, we already had these conversations. I just feel like, Democrats have such black people have such an allegiance with Democrats for them to not do more for black people as a group. And I think that that's black people's fault to an extent, because we don't unify politically to make people respect us as a group. And I feel like they need to not push us to accept so much so quickly, because a lot of people not ready. Black Americans, and you are from a different generation. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people, like, I know so many people. I was raised by people with that same ideology Black America got. I know friends that's
Mm-hmm.
my age that has the same exact ideology Black America has when it comes to that. I
Mm-hmm.
pretty much align with Black America on most of that type of
Mm-hmm.
ideology. Everything he just said, I agree with
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the sports and all that shit. But when it comes to Bad Bunny, is I just think that the halftime show is a separate entity from the football. I feel like the NFL as a corporation now is a separate entity than football. College football, high school football, power leagues, the love that we have when we watch football. When I watch my Lions play, I don't think any of that is really what the NFL as a whole
Mm-hmm.
takes in consideration. And when it comes to the Super Bowl halftime show, that is not a football thing. Football lovers love it as a part of their love for football,
Right.
but it's not. The Super Bowl is not about football. The Super Bowl is like a concert presented by the NFL, and
I
that's
can
why
agree with
they,
that. I
bad. It's only 4 or 5 people who qualified to be at the Super Bowl this year. You
right.
can't just get no Jelly Roll who got one hit song. The days of that is over. The days of you just having one good hit and being at the Super Bowl is over. You gotta have motherfuckers passing out when you perform to be at the Super Bowl. You gotta make waves. You gotta go win 11 Grammys. You gotta be a superstar, a mega star now. So,
Right.
and that's just what it is. It's just one Super Bowl. Next year, the whites probably gonna get it back and get Taylor Swift. That's all they waiting on. Is like a country music star or Taylor Swift or some shit like that. But
Here
I
you
feel
go with
like
this racist shit, bro. Come on, don't do this racist shit,
I
bro.
ain't Why everybody over here call me racist? I don't get
What do
it.
you mean racist? What? No, we don't even promote that. It just so happened that a lot of things are racialized around here. We wouldn't even
I
promote that.
I did want to say this though. A lot of people who didn't wore dresses these last couple years. It ain't my cup of tea.
Ain't
A
my
lot of
company.
these people are painting their fingernails. Drake paints his fingernails. Young Thug done wore dresses and leggings and knits and all this shit. Like these new motherfuckers is on some different shit. Look at Lil Nas X. That nigga is worse than anybody. Ain't nobody is as bad as Lil Nas X when it comes to that kind
Right.
of
And what happened to him though? You have to be
uh
honest. What happened to his whole career?
but
His
see
whole career went to shit.
he wasn't he is a meme. Like he got very popular,
What?
but he's an internet person. He's not an artist. He wasn't like a rapper or a singer. He was just an internet troll type of person
Dude,
forever, and
he
he just
had
made a hit.
he had a record with Billy Ray Cyrus, the biggest so-called white man to you, the biggest white man in the world, Billy Ray. Everybody know who Billy Ray Cyrus is. He
Miley
had
Cyrus
a
dad.
hit. Yes,
That's
Old
because
Town Road.
them motherfuckers. That's what they do though. They look for black shit to appropriate. Look at Miley Cyrus. That's what they do. So I ain't surprised about that. You know what I'm saying? Like
All
they
right,
they
never
are
mind.
cultural
Never mind.
appropriate. You see, bro,
But
come on now. Miley Cyrus was twerking them little pale cheeks everywhere she could. You know what I'm saying? You think her dad
yeah,
cared about that?
listen, that's because you like bush bunnies with
No,
natural
that
hair
don't
and
that
buckwheat in the
I
headlock
don't
with
like
hairy
Miley
coochies.
Cyrus little
Men
skinny
don't.
pale ass.
Men don't. Most men don't like the type of bras you like.
No,
You
nobody.
know
What
that.
you like Miley Cyrus?
No, she
That's
look
what
like
I'm
she
saying.
100 pounds. What I'm gonna do with that? I'm not attracted to white
She
women.
ain't
No,
cute either.
she has a pretty face. I just don't like white women. I'm not attracted to
Me,
white women.
she ain't cute. Miley Cyrus is not. And she was twerking that little.
She
She was
is.
doing. She was doing all. She was in every black video she could be in, shaking that little bony ass though, because that's what they do. That's my Post Malone. He a super big white star now, but where he started off at? White Iverson. He was
Hmm.
rapping like
Right.
a black guy.
Who?
Post
I don't know
Malone.
who that is. I
Post
don't know who that is.
Malone. He look like a
He got
super
a bunch of
country.
tattoos on his face and the hands and
he
all over.
he a white country artist now, but he got his start from black fame. Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. Like, come on now. What's the one dude name? And Justin
Hey,
Timberlake is talented.
don't talk about Justin Timberlake, bro. Don't
He's
do that.
talented. He's
Justin
talented, but
Timberlake.
Yeah,
he
don't do
got
that.
he got
Don't do that.
popping. He's talented, but he got popping with black artists. People always want to discredit us because we such a small population, but we make the biggest waves. Justin
We
Bieber.
don't. We're not
Justin,
the
yes,
biggest,
we
bro.
do. We make the biggest waves. There's no arguing that, bro. What's the biggest genre of music? It has been for the last 15, 20 years.
It's rap.
We make the biggest waves, bro. I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just calling it out for what it is. Look at Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber got
Todd,
on doing Usher's
Todd.
type
What?
music.
Once again, you don't know, right? But I'm going to give you a little history.
What's
Rap
the deal?
was all rap was all underground until Eminem made it mainstream.
Because he's white. That's how it got. Yes, because he's white. But
So listen to
Run
what you just said.
DMC,
No,
Run,
listen to what you just said. So because he's white, Eminem made rap worldwide, bro.
I would say Snoop Dogg, Run DMC,
No, they didn't.
uh, Snoop Dogg, Run DMC. You know, I gotta blow the dust off of these old artists, but yeah, Run DMC definitely was a part of making rap mainstream. Run DMC was a part of
You
making
know,
rap
you know,
mainstream
you know why?
because Run DMC has songs with white artists.
There, there you go.
Yeah, but
There, there you
Yeah,
go. You
it
keep
was
as
trying. You
primarily
keep
Run
trying to fight.
DMC.
I'm not.
Primarily Run
Huh?
DMC.
But that you still making my point though. Yeah, because these people gotta. get put on a pedestal because we still are the dominating force of culture, bro. That's just it's not no
That that's
arguing
that's
that.
that's that's not what it is. What song came out first? Run DMC Walk This Way or the White People Walk This Way? Which one came out first?
I never heard the white people
Steve
walk this
Perry,
way.
was that Steve Perry who made that song? It was Walk This Way. Steve Perry, then
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler, then
Steven Tyler.
Run DMC, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But it
So
became
so
international
Steven
because
Tyler.
of Run DMC.
No, it was already international. Steven Tyler was already traveling all over the world doing that. Walk
Yeah,
This
but
Way.
not black, but
That
not
he
on the
he
black
been
people
doing that
radar.
since the 70s. Huh?
But not on the black people radar, though.
No, but once again, Steven Tyler was already going all around the world doing his music. Run DMC was stuck in New York. They they came out to the West Coast once or twice.
Wait a
Yeah,
You
minute.
that's
you
when the
you
world
really don't know
that's
what's
that's before the internet though, and that's when the world was smaller. Once we got through the door,
happening.
once we was able to establish rap as a mainstream point of music,
Do you
it
know who Eric
became
Clapton
popular.
is?
Who?
Ty, do you know who Eric Clapton is?
I heard that name before.
Okay, but I bet you know who Lionel Richie is though, right?
Yeah.
So Eric Clapton is the white Lionel Richie. Once again, this man is famous worldwide. You
He's more
you
famous
you
than Lil
you
Richie.
Lionel Richie? Yeah, he's more famous than probably anybody. It's just like and HQ can attest to this. Lionel Richie damn near wrote every song from maybe 1972 to maybe like 1985,
Yeah,
right? Like all of the biggest hits, right? Like
right.
seriously, like all of the biggest hits. Lionel Richie wrote all of them. Then you know who started writing them? Babyface. Babyface wrote
Yeah.
everybody music from maybe like 1984, 85 until like maybe 2000,
And then
right?
Prince writing everybody's songs then too.
and
Prince.
and and then and then Prince also like 1977. Prince was writing everybody. Shaka Khan, he was writing all the songs. Sinead O'Connor, he was writing everybody's songs. So
Right.
these people have already been worldwide, bro, and you just don't know who they are because you stuck
Well,
in your little black bubble.
I don't. I'm not, bro. Black. First of all, rap is hip hop. Hip hop is a combination of rap, fashion, graffiti, dance, DJing. We don't do a lot of those things as a part of hip hop anymore, but we still have rap and fashion and dance. And yes, that is all hip hop, but rap is hip hop. And it's the biggest genre of music because black people lead the culture of every fucking thing music and fashion. That's
If
just what
y'all
it
listen
is.
to Bad Bunny, most of his songs are rap, and most of his songs are urban songs, black songs. They just got Spanish lyrics.
Yeah,
Most of them
and
are
black
black.
and a lot of black people fuck with Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
A lot of people fuck with Bad Bunny. They don't even understand the words, but it's
Yep.
a vibe. It go off in the clubs. It go off in the places that people are listening to music and dancing. And his show is gonna probably be a vibe. Salute to RBN. What up though, TJ? You know what I'm saying? Slide on up here. Give your 2 cents, bro.
Uh, Yeah, so it's not that he's a Latin artist doing it in Spanish HQ. I don't care about that. I just care about what's being pushed to our young people in this country. It's like this. Ty Pro has a daughter. She's 14. My baby is 8, right? I could let Ty Pro watch my daughter. You know why? Because Ty Pro is a father. I know that he's a straight man who likes women and he has a
Love it.
protection thing. He has a protection thing inside of him as a father, right? I'm not finna let Bad Bunny watch my daughter or my son. You see what I mean? Because I don't know what would happen. It would be bad as me as a father to let him watch one of my child. So why would I put a child in front of a person like
And I
that?
and I understand that. I do
I had to
understand where
tell
you're
my
coming
daughter.
from.
I had to tell my daughter 2 days ago that she could no longer watch like teenagers and older people on YouTube, right? Because she was watching something. I was like, "What's that?" She ate. They talking about what the hell? I said, "The devil is a lie." No, you didn't. We gonna turn that right on off. You're not watching people. I had to tell her they're grown. You can't watch them. Like we as fathers and mothers, we have to protect our children. We have to do what's right. Bad Bunny would be bad for our children. That's all I'm saying. I know you don't see it like that, HQ, but that's all I'm saying.
And I agree with you saying, bro. I'm just my whole thing about the Bad Bunny thing is I it makes sense because of what the halftime show has been about, and he's just a big artist. You know what I'm saying? That gay shit and all that wild shit. I ain't that ain't my flavor, and
Yeah, come on,
my
bro.
my
Devil
my daughter
worshiping,
already know what
devil,
she can and can't.
devil worshiping, and gay, bro. Come on, bro. Like I said, that's why Little Nas X fell off. He ran his stardom all the way up Old Town Road. Everybody was like, "Oh shoot!" Then this nigga come out in some heels and some underwear with a red cloak on. Motherfuckers is like, "What? This nigga turned into a vampire? What are we doing?" You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Cause
And
that
he can.
song, that Old Town Road song was freaky as hell. We just couldn't tell because of the melody and the tone of the song. But he he was talking about he gonna ride his girl like a fucking horse. You know what I'm saying? So he always been a weirdo though. See, people don't really know where he came from. He came from Nicki Minaj's Twitter community, and he was just like the head of her Twitter community for so long that when he made music, her community was supporting him, and she does have a very big community on Twitter, and he was like top 100 in her community. You know what I'm saying? And that's where he came from. So I already knew he was gonna come with the weird shit because he's a black man that is
Follows Nicki
modding and
Minaj.
huh?
Follows Nicki Minaj. Like, what kind
Exactly.
of man? What kind of
Exactly.
man? Do you listen to female rap?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I do think Lotto got bars. Out of all the female
Okay.
rappers, I
All
do
right.
think
Because I
Lotto
was finna
got
take your
bars.
man card. You got lucky.
No.
I was finna take your
Man,
man card.
you be swearing I'm caping. I don't cape. I just have a
No, I'm
neutral
just telling
mindset.
you. No, you can't. But you have to stand for something, Ty.
I do. I do. I
No, you
stand.
don't. No, you
I
too
stand for
flexible.
black people. I stand for
Man, fuck
black
them.
people,
Fuck them
bro.
black people. Fuck them
No,
black people.
I like Glorilla too. I do like Glorilla. Glorilla
Oh
got some
God.
shit,
So
but
so you let your daughter listen to Glorilla?
no, my daughter can barely listen to rap.
Oh,
She
wait
tried
a minute.
to.
So Gorilla's okay, but you can't let your daughter listen to Gorilla.
It's not age appropriate.
So what I'm saying is we are supposed to cut those people off. Those are our white trash. The white people don't give a fuck about the white trash people. Why are we hanging on to these dirty niggas?
Oh man,
Why? That's all I want to know. Why are we hanging on to the derelicts, bro? Why are we hanging on to the drunks, bro? Why are we
What
hanging on to
especially
the
you in the
pedophiles?
streets.
but me and you both was a part of those people at one point,
Right, right.
What do you
and
mean?
we were them people and we changed and grew up. You was a hood ninja. You was a gangbanger. You was in the streets.
Yes,
I was in the
yes.
fucking streets.
And you know what happened to me?
I
You
gotta
know what
do
happened to
away.
me? Fed
With the
time.
gym, yes, I know,
Fed time.
but that's not what happened to you. You matured because it's people that did more time to you that ain't changed. So it wasn't the time that changed
No,
you.
it's
Hold on,
it's
it was
no.
the
I was
time
smart.
gave you the opportunity to self reflect and mature, and you probably would have got that time. You needed that intervention. We all need that. Don't point to the intervention to change and grow. It don't always got to be jail, but maybe that's just how extreme that you were, that you needed that time to separate and be with yourself. But not all.
Nope.
Some people can
Nope.
change without that.
Ty, you ever gonna trust your son with a pedophile?
Huh?
Man, you know I would. You. That's one thing that
So
I don't.
something. But they can change and grow and you can water them and all of that shit, bro. That's why I'm
You
saying
just moved
That's an
the
no.
goalpost.
unforgivable. That's
You
an
just moved the
unforgivable.
goalpost.
That's an unforgivable.
HQ, I did not move the goalpost. He just said, and I quote,
Mm.
men change and grow, right? But me and him as men, we
Yeah,
both
but
know
there's certain
that
things. Certain
no,
things.
listen, we both know as men, you don't change. You just learn different shit. And you don't change who you
So
are. Ty,
you saying a thief don't change.
no, they don't change. They they just learn something different.
So then
They
you
they
learn something different. So the other men can learn something different.
know HQ. Listen, so so hustling, right? I've been hustling since I was a kid. So
Me
pushing
too.
lawnmowers, doing all of that stuff. All of
Mhm.
those things are hustling, right, HQ?
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter if I'm cutting something up and selling it to somebody, or I'm
Mhm.
pushing a lawnmower, or I'm hustling cars or selling it, things like that. Those things are all hustling. Those things are acceptable. It's certain things that are not acceptable. Somebody that's messing with children, just like Ty Pro said, somebody that's messing with children, that is unacceptable, HQ. Those people don't change. I can change from selling dope to pushing a lawnmower or working on cars or selling cars.
Well, yeah,
You
I
can't.
get all of that, but you making it sound as though none of them can change.
No,
What?
they can't. Why do you think they keep going? Let me ask you a question. You know what recidivism rate is, right?
40%.
Okay, so why do we even have the term? Because those people don't change. They keep going back. That's all I'm saying.
I'm
They
saying
don't change. They keep going back.
not all people stay the same. I don't even know what this discussion is about. You proved my point already. You and Ty Pro proved the point that people can change. You said you weren't a good guy. You both said you weren't good guys at some
I'm
particular point.
still not a good guy, HQ.
And so people can change. So people can change their behavior.
HQ. I've already said. I always say that I'm not a good guy.
So people can change though. That's what we're saying.
No, no, HQ. Do you remember the first thing I said a while back? Somebody crossed me. What's the first thing I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go kill their dog. I'm not a
Oh my
nice person,
god.
HQ. I'm not a nice person. Somebody pissed me off. Their dog is gonna get a bunch of antifreeze. I'm not a nice person, HQ. I'm
You wild like America.
I'm gonna I'm going they're gonna they're gonna come home and their cat
Wait a
is
minute,
gonna be
hold on.
hanging.
Wait a minute. Did you said antifreeze, right?
Yeah, it melts the dog from the inside, but they can't stop drinking it. It's sweet to them.
Black, you can't never train none of my pressure canarios or cane corsos. Nothing.
I, I've been training dogs since I was 12 years old. That's what I'm telling you.
Man,
I'm a dog guy. I love dogs, but but like I said, I never said that I was a nice guy. I have not changed. I changed what I do. as far as I'm still doing the same thing. I'm still hustling, but I just don't do that hustle anymore.
I do agree
Those
with you on that though, because when I look at people from the hood that made,
them niggas is still doing the same shit.
but when I look at people in the hood that was the hustlers like me, that was always my thing since I was 13, bro. My very first source of income was selling t-shirts and doing, I lived in a project, so we couldn't cut grass and shit. But I sold t-shirts before I sold drugs or weed or whatever. Like I always was
Right.
trying to have something that people wanted to buy. That was my mindset.
That's
No
right.
matter what I got myself into, it was always about supply and demand. I always liked
There you go.
economics, and those type of people are the easiest to transition from a
Into
hood mindset
to success to successful.
to have
The
us
the Ken- the
to be a
Kennedys the Kennedys started out as bootleggers. The
yeah.
preachers, for the most part, HQ that run these churches, they
Mhm,
started out as pimps. The first lady was they bottom bitch. Like
mhm.
you don't change who you are. You just change the hustle. So now instead of pimping two or three bitches on the corner, he pimped a whole congregation and got a
But
Mercedes.
with that being said, I think that a lot of the like with myself, if I would have had proper resources and guidance, I would have went down different avenues young instead of just trying to be, a street dude making money. I would have made
Fuck
my
that.
money if I would have had
You
a
gotta get it
different
how you do
if I would have had a different teaching, I could have put that energy into being successful a different way. And I do think a lot of people in the hood suffer for that. So that's why I am not a fan of the rhetoric of throwing these people away, because with better opportunities and resources, that same energy could be used for something else. Like all of these kids that having a fascination with guns need to go into the armed forces. All these people that want to fight all the time need to be in martial arts and MMA and boxing. Like the resources to develop these natural urges to do dumb shit can be put into positive things. Not everybody gonna be saved though. I'm never gonna put the cape on.
it.
Everybody
Why
can't be
are you
saved.
then why are you trying to
But
save it?
everybody don't got to be thrown away either though, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I get that kind of shit from, our ancestors. Like we had that conversation. I'm a firm believer in the teachings of Fred Hampton and Malcolm X. Look at, you don't like Malcolm X, but Malcolm X is a perfect example of changing and being able to redeem himself and do
No,
good
he
for
just
all the,
he just he just changed his hustle.
no matter what it was, he did good for a lot of people.
He didn't do shit. He changed his hustle.
He definitely did a lot of good for a lot of people. He made
How
a lot of
how
people
how how, how many
believe
how
in
many
themselves and
hold on,
separate
hold on,
themselves
hold
from a
on,
bad
hold on.
mentality.
We because we done veered off the conversation. I want to
We
steer it back,
totally
but I'm
down a
gonna ask you
rabbit
this
hole.
question. So I want to ask you this question, and then we gonna go back. How many Black American Muslims are there
I don't know, but
in
I
this
know it's a
country?
heavy. I don't know, but
It's
I know.
it's they count between 50 and 70,000.
Right,
Okay,
and a lot of them are here and in Chicago.
so 50 and 70,000. They have been in the country for how long, Ty Bro?
I think it was established around the 30s. I want to say the
Since
40s,
the
maybe.
since the 1930s,
Yep,
right?
yep.
It's more Crips in LA than it is Muslims in the whole country.
Okay,
They
I'm
ain't did
following you.
they ain't did a goddamn thing. How do most of those men become Muslim, Ty Pro?
Going to jail.
Going to jail. You know why? Because they were fuck ups. They ain't did shit. They joined the Muslims for protection.
Okay, so let me offer you this. A lot of them, not all of them situations, but a nice majority of them situations, those people don't have nothing to believe in or believe in themselves either, though. And I think that that's a big missing factor that us as black people in America struggle with growing up. We don't believe in ourselves as a race, ourselves as a people. So because if you don't believe in your people, you don't believe in yourself. You think you're gonna just be, you supposed to be a thug and a criminal. And a lot of those teachings help them finally have some type of self-esteem other than just being a tough guy in the streets. And I know a lot of Nation of Islam. My cousins are in the Nation of Islam. I've been to the mosque. I go to the mosque. I get love in the city from the nation. So I know that a lot of these motherfuckers just didn't have anything to uh believe in
Top Pro,
before they,
Top
you
Pro.
know what I'm saying,
You
found the
you
nation.
had a you had a father, and he is what instilled your. Even though you don't agree with everything that he said or did, he put your self esteem inside of you and
And
helped and foster that.
a lot of these dudes didn't have that, you know what I'm saying,
That
before they found
so
the nation.
that is not your problem. You cannot help everybody, bro. And listen, I help a lot of men. I counsel men on a daily basis. Okay, men
Hmm.
come to me crying on a daily basis about one thing or another, and you can't save them all. And if you try to, you're going to run yourself ragged, and you'll end up stressed out and dead. You can't save these people. You got to let them go. I promise you. All right.
I agree.
So,
I agree with that.
so,
Oh yeah,
so
y'all final
I
thoughts,
know it's,
please. Thank
I
you.
know it's late for HQ. I know it's late for HQ.
Oh, it
It's
ain't late.
9:30
I'm
for me.
wide awake. I'm wide awake.
So, Bad Bunny's going to be bad for the Super Bowl. Um, I think that
Is what we got to do what we got to do. It's too
so,
late to turn back now because if they turn back now, they lose half their audience. So they're not about to turn back now. So
half what audience? Them people don't even attend. Have you ever been to the Super Bowl, HQ?
he has an international audience. Just because you have no valid reason to not watch Bad Bunny. You haven't given us one valid reason why you
He
wouldn't
gave a
watch
valid
Bad Bunny.
reason. He did give a valid reason.
No, he didn't.
Cause of the
So,
he if he get up
you,
there dressed like a woman and doing all of
and
Because
that,
he
that's
dresses
not
like a woman.
everybody
That's
not going
not
to
a
see that.
valid reason. Just because he's dressed like
okay,
a woman and he's not gay.
what about the satanic stuff?
He's not satanic either.
HQ, you don't know who he is, do you?
Man, I already did the research on that man. He's not satanic. He's
Okay.
performative. That's it. He's performative, just like a lot of
How,
artists,
how,
just like
how
Prince.
what
Prince used to be performative.
what is his platform of performative? Devil
Meaning
worship, satanic,
his
dark.
whole spiel is being controversial and edgy, and that means making people's head explode because he dresses like a woman.
It doesn't make our head explode.
Remember, people used to love what's the one that just died, the rock star that just
Ozzy
died.
Osbourne.
He used to eat goddamn birds on stage, and people loved the death out of him. I don't
Bite
even
the
know why
head
you
off of bats.
right. So they love controversy. That's why he gonna be. It's gonna be a big old. It's gonna be a big old crowd that come to the Super Bowl to see that boy.
What kind of people followed Ozzy?
All kinds of people, white folks,
There you go.
and
There you go, HQ.
It's gonna be
Do
white
you
folks
do
that
you
follow. It's gonna be
do
white folks
you
that turn
think
out for the team.
those those people? Okay, all right. That'll do. I'm like I said. I'm not going to try to convince you, and you're just going to have to keep spinning your wheels because I don't think you was married to a man, and you know what he would or wouldn't
No,
accept.
you not saying what you mean. What do you mean? People are not gonna show up for the Super Bowl because he wears a dress?
That's not what
saying
I'm saying.
no. I'm
What
saying
what I'm
that they
saying
want to
is
show up.
what I'm saying is when as as it gets closer, people are going to really start realizing what's going on, and people are going to get more and more unhappy. Like I said, you don't understand. Go look back at some of the comments when Rihanna came out there pregnant about what the men were saying about her. Not Ty Pro. You can't listen to Ty, right? But and Ty even knows what the men were saying about Rihanna when she came out there pregnant. It was none of those were nice words. Nobody had a kind thing to say
Wait a minute.
about Rihanna
They were
coming
at the
out there
Super
pregnant.
Bowl. Wait a minute. These people were at the Super Bowl, or these were people online?
These was people worldwide. What they said about Rihanna when she performed halftime at the Super Bowl.
But they
Look
did
at
see
the
it, though,
comments.
right? But they did see it, though, right?
People talk a little shit about it because even on the Joe Budden pod, they was critiquing the fact that she didn't do shit. She was just kind of sitting down the whole time, and the focal point of it was the pregnancy reveal. Now, I wasn't trying to. For what the Super Bowl, the NFL wanted. That's what they wanted. They wanted her to reveal her pregnancy. So that
But
makes it was a.
how did we as men, Ty Pro, how did we as men view that? Did we view that as a good thing or a slap in the face?
I I didn't really give a fuck either
Not
way
you,
because
not
I did
not you,
I
A slap
not
in the
you.
face.
yeah,
How? What do you
a
mean?
lot of dudes weren't rocking with it, but I wouldn't imagine a lot of dudes was
Did
going
did you
like
did you just hear what he said, HQ?
They
because a
weren't
lot of dudes wasn't going to rock with Rihanna performing
A
anyway
lot of
because
a lot of
we don't
dudes
listen
wasn't
to that.
rocking with it.
Why
We
didn't
don't
they
even
rock
No,
with
listen
it?
to Rihanna
Wait a minute. Why didn't they rock with it? Black America. Why wasn't they rocking with it?
because she came out there pregnant. Rihanna was a sex. She was, even though she's not that pretty to me, she was still sexy, and her music was sexy. And then she came out there looking like she done drunk some 40s. Everybody was upset.
See,
Nobody was happy about that. You once again, you don't realize because you don't know. It's not something you care about.
I didn't watch the halftime show, so I didn't really know. Okay.
I just want to say this for my last words. Uh, the halftime, the NFL is selling out. We seeing it with the Chiefs. We really seeing it with the Chiefs. If people not paying attention to how the Chiefs are going, then they not paying attention to you don't really see what direction the NFL is going with this trying to fuse with pop culture more. And Kendrick Lamar is the best rapper of our generation, arguably the best rapper ever. Way better than
Jesus
Eminem. That's
Christ.
all I have to say.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Shout out to K Dot. You feel me?
Okay.
Good kid, Mad City.
Protest. Okay. Black America. Protest.
uh, I just once again, uh, whatever. I'm with whatever. I like I
We gonna
said
see. We gonna see what we gonna see what.
when you
I
know when
ain't
when
gonna,
when 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 Trump got the presidency, I told people that you're going to get more of less, right? And now we go into Family Dollar or Dollar General or whatever is in your area, and the prices are double of what they were, right?
Right.
They
Right.
double and sometimes triple. So that's what I call more of less. You're going to get more of less,
Right.
and unfortunately, with the way things are going, with promoting things that the majority of straight men don't rock with, we're going to keep on getting this more of less.
Right.
We just going to keep on. We're going to keep on getting the same old thing. So it's just going to keep on. It's going to be a revolving window going around the same thing all the time. So get ready for this for a long time, unless us Democratic like leaning people stop pushing certain things.
Right. Excuse me, y'all. It is what it is. And Bad Bunny gonna do his thing. So let's just wait and see. We just gonna wait and see. It is what it is. And it's not a matter of promoting anything. It just is what it is. I'm not gonna hide from people. I'm not gonna hide from it. It is what it is. Bad Bunny, we just found out who the hell Bad Bunny is. Hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. Because he's gonna perform. So I appreciate y'all. 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 I do appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all. So, that Bad Bunny. The Bad Bunny. Oh, I actually looked up that shit. That, what the hell is it called? Feeding the dog goddamn antifreeze. You know you wild as hell, Black America. Antifreeze is sweet to animals, which is why they will drink a lot of it. But 2 tablespoons or more can kill a dog. That's wild. That's wild. He said feed a dog antifreeze. That's wild. But Bad Bunny. These are the stats, and that's all I'm going to say about the stats. The stats for Bad Bunny. Okay? Bad Bunny is one of the biggest international music stars in the world right now, and his reach is beyond Latin America. He has streaming dominance, ranks amongst the top streamers globally on Spotify. 2024, he was the most streamed artist in the world for multiple years, exceeds 10 billion streams annually. His music crosses language barriers. Spanish language tracks frequently hit global charts. Multiple albums debut at #1 on the Billboard 200, not just the Latin charts. His tours sell out arenas and stadiums worldwide in U.S., Mexico, Spain, and European countries. His Half-Bowl Supertime show in 2025 cemented him as a mainstream global entertainer. He's also a symbol of Latin urban culture, influencing fashion, social issues, and language trends. He has a global young audience, and mostly he does reggae and Latin trap. He collaborates with top artists like Drake, J Balvin, which expands his global footprint. He is not just big in the Latin music, he's a top-tier global superstar compared to international influence to artists like Drake. So, he's one of the top artists in the world. So that's why they picked that man. Okay? That's why they picked that man. So, he's going to do what he got to do. Y'all hit the like button coming in and out. You all hit the subscribe button, please, and thank you. I appreciate it. We'd love to have some subscribers. Love for you to share the content. This is what we do mostly every night except maybe Sunday night, tomorrow night, and I will see you all later. Of course, I'll be back. It's only 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll be back. No, we done. Hit the like and the subscribe and all that good stuff, please, and thank you. I appreciate it. Bad Bunny is here to perform. It is what it is. I see y'all later. Of course I see